Let's pretend we scored a goal! Let's pretend we scored a goal!
Yes! Oh my God. You want to talk about a bumper first weekend of the Premier League season? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Top 4 podcast. My name is Peter. I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm joined by Moises Caicedo, a Chelsea player.
It's a celebration mode.
Is it a Caicedo song already?
Guys, all we want. My midfield has been plunged. Yeah? You know when there's a hole and you need to fill that hole quickly? Pause. You get you put a stopgap in there and you cover it. That's exactly what we've done. Guys, what time is it? 8 p.m. It's 8 p.m. But my club has a 6. Finally. I'm delighted.
You can
boys.
say you have
Let's
2.
go.
You can
Let's
say you
go.
have 2.
Huh?
Right?
You can say you have 2.
No, we're giving it slow, Robin. We're not giving fast food. We're giving filet mignon. Today it's 1-6. Tomorrow, who knows? Who knows, baby? Who knows?
Wow. I'm joined by AD off the back of that. I'm joined by AD, a Liverpool fan.
Bro, I spent the first X amount of years of my life thinking LFC stood for Liverpool Football Club. But today, on the 14th of August 2023, apparently LFC stood for Lavia, Caicedo, Fernandez. I can't believe what. Listen, guys, I might say something tonight. We may never do a pod again. But I'm ready to explode. I can't believe what I've seen. You just been getting robbed from every angle, every conceivable angle. What the hell is going on here? It's a complete and utter mess. But we'll digress.
Adrian hit that straight on Monopoly where it's just pure hotels.
Bro, I've got nothing left to lose. I've lost not once. I don't even know what to start.
Wow. Well, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. I'm joined by Robinho, a Manchester United fan.
We're back. We're back. Here we go again. Live at OT. But we got Wi-Fi, so it's all good.
We're live from Old Trafford. Robin, any team news that you want to hit us up with Man United, who are taking on Wolverhampton Wanderers?
Yeah, so obviously it's all change. We've got the new goalkeeper, Onana, in goal. I remember Saka, Varane, Martinez, and Shaw at the back. Mason Mount doing Mount things as usual.
The boy.
Casemiro and Captain Bruno Fernandes leading the flank. And then up front, we've got Garnacho, Rashford, and Anthony leading the front line. Kick off.
Who's the centre forward?
Mr. 10.
Marcus Rashford,
yeah.
Okay, so
rushing in the 9.
The number 9's not ready yet. He's cooking. He's getting cooked at the moment in the training ground. So we'll wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, whilst that's going on over at Old Trafford, we'll keep our tabs on that as Robinho will fill us in. But I think there's only one place to start, ladies and gentlemen. There is only one place. Just when we had the bumper episode last weekend, I feel like, oh my goodness, what more can we fit into this podcast? But we have to start things off at Stamford Bridge, where the Chelsea had a 1-1 draw against Liverpool FC. We'll talk about the game first before we get into all the bits out around it. Or actually, should we cook? Should we cook in the outside business affairs?
No, let's start with the game. And I want to start with the game.
Really?
You want to get the good stuff out of the way. Get the good stuff out of the way.
I don't care how many takeovers James competed against Robertson. I don't give a damn right now.
Yeah, I mean, look, Liverpool, unfortunately I didn't get to watch the game live fully, but from what I saw, it looked like a very even game. Both teams would have taken that point come the end of the 90 minutes. Liverpool looked sharp in the beginning, and it seemed like Chelsea grew into the game. But I'll kick things off as Oscar is the home team. Your first game of the season, Premier League season, a brand new Chelsea, a Pochettino Chelsea. Yep. What were your thoughts into the game? What's kind of stood out to you from this match on Sunday?
Look, the way the game started, as you mentioned, Peter, Liverpool were on top. They were doing bits. They came out with a very attacking lineup. I was looking at this team like, yo, when the team sheet came out, I threw it in the group chat. I said, yo, we're gonna get cooked. We're gonna get cooked. And luckily, Pochettino saw that we could potentially get cooked, and apparently he switched his team after Liverpool's team leaked. Apparently, because all preseason we've been playing a 4-2-3-1. That's how we've played every single game. True say that was before the Nkunku injury, so maybe that had a factor. But that's how we played. Then we set up in this game. We had a back three: Colwell, Silva, and Disasi. Who, bro, this guy has trained like what 3 games for Chelsea. Man, sorry, three training sessions for Chelsea, and he came in and started the first game at Stamford Bridge against Liverpool. Crazy. So it was clear, in my opinion, that was in reaction to how Liverpool set up, because we didn't play like that in preseason at all. That was not the plan for Chelsea. But in the first 20 minutes, it was kind of like weathering the storm. Our midfielders couldn't get on the ball. Defensively, we were a shambles. People weren't covering their men. Shout out to Mo Salah on the first goal, because that assist was something special. And then when the second goal comes in, goodness me, when Salah scored that second, I said, it's the same as last season. We're in for a hiding. We're in for a hiding. I thought it was going to be 4s and 5s, guys. I was bricking it. I was absolutely bricking it. But one thing we didn't see last season was a bit of resilience. You know what I mean? The team stuck to their shape. They knew what they were doing. They carried on playing. And we grew into the game, guys. We looked like a serious team. Stamford Bridge was rocking by the end of the first half. Obviously, we put the ball in the net twice. Jackson should have scored a third, bro. We were playing football, man. We were playing ball. My guy, Hoop Sesh, man of the match, Enzo Fernandez, yeah, the F in LFC. He was special, man. He was special. Truly outrageous performance from him. Big up Jackson up top as well. But what I have to say about what Poch is doing with this team is that he's instilling confidence in some of the younger players by putting them in situations where he's like, you just have to trust them. The fact that Carney was out there playing like an extended amount of time, obviously starting the game and then playing deeper into the second half, you could see he grew into the game. So too did Enzo and Gallagher. They grew into the game, because at first they didn't know what was going on with that midfield. And then by the end of it, it looked like both of them had outstanding performances. So I think the trust in Pochettino's setup and the trust in what he had been doing in preseason, they really believed in it and they bought into it. He had the wing backs pushing forward, like we saw under Thomas Tuchel, Chilwell, James bombing up and down those wings. And it created a bit of havoc. It caused chances, man. It gave Liverpool something to think about. And I think the main takeaway from me from this game is, I think since Klopp took over, that was the third least possession he's ever had in this league. So I think the other 2 were games against Man City, and then this game where Chelsea kind of dominated the second half and Liverpool didn't seem to have a lot of the ball. So yeah, man, that told you a lot. I think we should have won the game based on chances that we had. I don't think we were necessarily way better than Liverpool. But when I look at misses, Mudryk missed a chance, Jackson missed a chance, Maatsen missed a chance at the end. I'm looking at them and I'm thinking, come on, boys, convert. But yeah, I would have taken a point before the game, so we move.
Yeah, no, excellent stuff. I think you sort of broke down the game from a Chelsea side very well. I think some of the similarities I think we see from Pochettino, the wing backs you've mentioned. I mean, Trippier and Danny Rose were, or even what's his name, Kyle Walker. They were like very key to Pochettino's Tottenham team, and I feel like maybe there's something similar going on there. And we can still see that there's going to be like a develop. This team's going to develop. It's going to shape up as the time goes on, as the season goes on, as the transfer window goes on, which I'm sure we'll get onto at some stage. And it was sort of interesting to see a Pochettino look at Chelsea. It looked kind of weird to me. As you said, I did think when Salah scores his goal that's ruled offside, I thought, here we go. Like on 2 fronts. Liverpool are back in business, but also Chelsea could be having another horror show of a season. AD, although Oscar, I'll say this: Pochettino, right? I'm used to the black suit Pochettino with the black shirt. I love that look; it's elite. It looked a bit Tottenham Navy there. It looked just a little bit Tottenham Blue there, just a little bit. I don't know what you think. I don't know what your thoughts were because you were there live in the flesh.
I didn't notice. I'll be honest. I think on TV those colours come out clearer. From where I sit, I couldn't tell.
Did you notice he switched dugouts, by the way? Did you know he switched the manager's dugout? That's interesting.
And he kept talking about it in press conferences. They said to him, "Oh, what's it going to be like? You've managed at Stamford Bridge many times for the opposing team. What's it going to feel like?" And he said, "It's going to feel exactly the same because I switched the dugout."
Yeah, because apparently I didn't know this, but the away dugout previously, previous seasons, the away dugout was actually right on the halfway line, and the home dugout was more to the side, whatever. And I thought,
because Stamford Bridge. This is the thing that people don't realize: Stamford Bridge Tunnel is not at the halfway line. So when the players walk out, it looks like they're in the middle, but they're not. It's actually towards one side.
Right.
So the dugouts are uneven, basically. One dugout is by the halfway line, the other one is. Yeah,
it's incredible. It's incredible to see how stadiums look and look at those little nuances. I always say this about Everton. Everton is actually not straight. It's not on a straight floor. It's kind of like where the goalkeeper is. It's sort of, it kind of arcs up. So the goalkeeper's at the tip, basically at the peak of the pitch, and then it goes down on either side. And then at Newcastle, they've got their pitch is actually like this. So the goalkeeper on one end, obviously, all the ball coming down is either uphill or it's coming downhill.
That's why Newcastle always shoot the other way second half.
Is that legal?
I didn't know. I didn't think it was. I don't know how. I don't know how they got with it, but yeah. Listen, AD, we Oscar said his piece on the Chelsea game. What was your thoughts thinking into the game? The explosive start you had, and what could have looked like a pretty great performance in the first game of the season. Points shared. Where do you stand on the whole situation?
First things first, we need a 6, man. Like literally, there was times where it was like it was like a drill. It was like attack versus defense. I'm like, where the hell is this midfield? Is that are you man not allowed to come back and track back? But on a more positive note, I think McAllister, smooth operator, man. Really like him. He's surprisingly tenacious. Fantastic pass of the ball, nice incisive pass to sort of get us on our way for the first goal. And he's got that Thiago about him, where even though he's quite sort of a slender guy, like he can get down and dirty, does a fantastic tackle. I think he makes towards the end as well. So I think we've sort of found that quote unquote genie replacement. Nothing spectacular, but we'll give a 7 out of 10 every single week, and we'll never lose the ball. So Brosley. Obviously it's only a game, but he looks like he's someone that he wants to grow into it. But I think Chelsea literally just said to Chilwell and James, you man just hug the wing. What will be with Cole will be with Cole 1v1 versus Salah. We'll slap if he dies, he dies.
For real, that's what it was,
bro. And I think James was just cooking Robertson like time after time. I saw even Sterling looking lively. I was like, what? Where did this guy come from? I even forgot he was still at the club. I think
his first half was very forgetful, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, man. Jackson.
I thought he was better in the first than the second. I'll be real.
His first, I was like, what is this guy? Why are you proving us to go right for?
Fair enough. Yeah.
Wowza.
Yeah, but definitely, I think I don't want to say we look solid defensively, because I think there was a time where Jackson he ran Canate ragged, but I think Van Dijk. No, bro, I think that's the most active I've seen Van Dijk. I think Van Dijk was more active in that game than he was in the whole of last season. I saw mate, just getting away. I think the front line will cook. I think we saw like little sighters. Obviously, we saw the goal that got disallowed. I think we saw like world class exceptional ball. That obviously Salah placed to Diaz, and then Diaz scored. So I think for me, I think this team, and I guess we can sort of slide into the main topic of conversation and why we're here today, bro. Like we need that number 6. That number 6 will just give us so much balance, so much control. We had no control, bro. Like I mean, you said the stat, I didn't even realize. It just felt like Chelsea were just all over. So I needed to open the flipping window just so I can breathe. Like it just felt like we just couldn't keep the ball. Enzo was just dancing through our midfield at times. So I mean, in terms of a solution, I don't know where we go from here. I think the 2 possible players I thought could make a bit of difference. They seem to have picked. They seem to have stayed when the game was played on Sunday. So I don't know. But yeah,
before you continue, can I just clarify that stat? So I said third, but it wasn't actually third. Against Manchester City was their lowest possession, which was 31.9. This was in April 2023, so that's this year. Then it was Manchester City again in 2017, where you had 34%.
5-1.
September 2017. I'm not sure what game that was. You faced Tottenham in February 2018, and you had 34.1%.
That was the horror game. That was the game where I think Lovren got subbed in like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Kane absolutely destroyed. I think it was at Wembley. This was the game at Wembley. Liverpool got absolutely ragged. We'll run
who was
ragged.
The manager of Spurs then?
Sorry,
who was the manager of Spurs?
Well, was that
I guess it was Pochettino.
2018? You said?
2018,
Sorry?
February 2018.
Yeah,
No.
Pochettino.
Van Dijk could have been there by then.
No, he said who was the manager of Spurs. Is that what you just asked?
That's what I asked. Yeah.
Yeah. Pochettino only left in 2020, if you remember, during the pandemic.
Interesting. So that was 34.1%, and then yesterday was 35.1%. Is what they had in the entire game. That's crazy, that isn't it? Chelsea nearly 70% of the possession.
Also, as well, I guess it's in the side of the game, but I did find it puzzling as to why Klopp took off Salah and replaced him with 17-year-old Ben Doe.
Can we speak on that, because clearly Salah was not happy with that. When I was at the game, so I assumed he was injured. I assumed he picked up a knock or something. But then when I watched it back on Match of the Day, the guy was fuming.
And rightly so. Why would you take him off? The thing with Salah, I think we're all under the impression that when Salah doesn't have to have like a, he doesn't have to be a 9 out of 10 for 90 minutes. He turns up at the moment. For example, the goal he scores, he's the only one that's going to grab you the goal. And ironically, when you look at I think in the game, I think Liverpool only had one shot on target. I mean, it was poor in terms of shooting at goal, but. Salah is the player. He's the luxury player that you can afford to have there, regardless. He wasn't tired.
You look at that game. So you look at that game. Salah hit the bar in the first half. He plays if I have a needle through ball, for that second goal, a sensational assist, and then he scores and he's marginally offside. Like, by the way, Oscar on that. When Salah was taken off, the whole of Stamford Bridge erupts. That was a massive confidence boost to us that we can see this game that Liverpool ain't going to score. Like, we just now need to try and win the game, because we weren't really fearful of the other players as much.
Yeah, I mean, Salah's finish is not something that we can just sit here and, the through ball was exceptional. We loved it all, but the finish was rude. It was nasty. And I think, Oscar, were you at the end? Were you at that end? When
of course, I was Matthew Harding lower. Keeper's got to do that, mate.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's one of those where Salah coming off was absurd.
It was bizarre. Just Oscar, you mentioning sort of David Robert Sanchez. Obviously, he said keeper could have done better. I did feel a couple of times in that game he didn't necessarily fill me with an awful amount of confidence. Yeah. He seemed a bit flappy. He seemed a bit erratic. I don't know.
Nerves got to him. I felt the occasion. I mean, he's used to playing at the Amex. You come into Stamford Bridge, the atmosphere was loud. The atmosphere was loud that day. Not to say it doesn't get loud at the Amex, but different. On
that, funny enough, all of a sudden, like I live listening to podcasts post match and stuff like that, and these Brighton sort of journalists have rocked up out of nowhere, and they were saying that Sanchez is prone to this. So they were sort of saying when Chelsea, because they were saying on one argument of the fence, they were saying Chelsea got a bargain for buying 25 million. And then the Brighton sort of I think it was like a Brighton writer for The Athletic, whatever, something along them lines, was like, oh, there's a reason why it was 25 million. And it was a bit like, oh, okay, he's not prone to, and it's the reason why, like they were saying, like, obviously he's got the beef with De Zerbi, but the beef comes from the fact that De Zerbi was not happy with the way he plays the football out from the back, the way he doesn't necessarily control. And so that kind of kicked things off.
There was a moment where he literally passed the ball.
Yes, yeah. Was it in the second half? Late in the second half.
Sorry, Liverpool's new midfielder. What's his name?
Szoboszlai.
Szoboszlai. Okay, cool. I've never known how to pronounce it. I didn't want to butcher it, innit? But yeah, no, he passed the ball.
Hopefully I'll get it right. I listened with enough confidence.
Nath just said Stamford Bridge loud, don't piss me off. I'm sorry. When Chilwell went around Alisson and slotted that ball in, did you hear the roar? Did you hear? It was insane.
It was lovely. It was epic.
there.
Oscar, or even Adrian.
Guys, when I tell you I was hugging man I've never met. Oh,
Brother.
it's crazy.
when
Down the roads.
when Chelsea scored their first goal, I could hear that slapping of the terrace, bro. I could hear that. I was like, Jesus. Oscar or Adrian, explain to me why Liverpool didn't get a penalty for the handball that was clear and obvious.
The Nick Jackson one.
Yeah.
There could only be one. Do you know what it is? Liverpool tinted glasses in my mind. Stonewall penalty because it's like Diaz has flicked it on. It's going towards goal. And I kid you not, he scored the exact same goal in pre-season against. I think we're playing at Deepdale. I can't remember who we're playing. We're playing at Preston Stadium. He scored the exact same header. At the same time, I don't know. I do think reaction time. I do think the Jackson, his hands, they are close to his body. So it's one of them ones where I want it. Of course, I want it, but at the same time, I understand. I think the referee got the right decision. Although I disagree with that.
If it doesn't hit his hand, it hits his chest, isn't it? You're getting the same outcome, really. I think I'd be definitely calling for it if it was my team, but
his hands are tucked in, like, you know what I mean? Like it would have been.
I just looked at it and I thought, how do we not give this?
Do you know why? Because in last season that would have been a handball, if that makes sense. Because we saw some outrageous handballs, so that's what I'm probably thinking.
Like what?
Last season, did you see what happened
season.
at the Amex?
I haven't seen what happened at the Amex. Sorry.
What the Lewis Dunk was facing the other way.
Oh yeah, for real, yeah, for sure. I mean, even the Brentford one was a bit. Like I get it, but like, come on.
Adrian mentioned Amex. Speaking of Amex, should we talk about people dropping big boy money on big boy players?
Black cards getting declined.
The Amex or the Halley?
No. We need a timeline of events on this whole situation. We need a timeline of events. So, from my understanding, you can correct me anytime you want. So, Chelsea has been chasing Caicedo for how long now? You can say pretty much all summer.
There was rumors in January, and I think there's been constant contact since then. But the real pursuit began in June.
Yeah. All right. So you guys have been doing that, and Brighton, in their own right, putting that price 100 mil. You get the guy. Haggling. Meanwhile, in Merseyside.
That's a brilliant comment.
You know, better get 15 GA.
Do you know what I love about that? Like when I see GA, it just seems like it's a more genuine, like it's realistic, like you should have there, but.
But
yeah, meanwhile, Liverpool have been chasing this Lavia Don from Southampton, who plays in the Championship. Southampton set their price 50 million, and they were haggling on 4 mil. And out of nowhere, we see that Liverpool put in a bid for Caicedo for 105 mil? Oh no, 110 mil, while flirting with the guy from Southampton. But they didn't talk to Caicedo. They didn't get his personal terms agreed. They just slapped it for the sake of slapping and said, I've got money. Here we go. 2-2s now. 24 hours later, after all the Liverpool fans thought they got him, Klopp opened his mouth and said, yes, the bid has been accepted in his press conference. The man said, I'm going to London. He said... Now, stinker number one.
Here we go.
First of all, stinker number one. Because you've only turned down... not only have you tried to expose how much money you have, the players touch down. Stinker number two, you now have to go back to Southampton and try and convince the player again. After they know, now you have 110 mil just chilling and you were haggling on 4 mil. 2-2s now. Let's say you're a girl in the club. A guy comes in, he brings up the game, he starts chatting. He sees a next thing, 10 out of 10, and says, you know what? Bun you, I'm gonna go talk to Car. gets denied. Now he has to come crawling back to her. Do you think the girl's gonna say, mm-mm? You know what she did in revenge? She went to the same brother that he was trying in the first place. So,
Robin, just to expand on that point, right? He had Lavia dancing in front of us for 17 minutes. 17 minutes. That's like 14 songs. All we had to do, Lavia was just a little bit thirsty. All we had to do is go and get a rum punch. Give Lavia a rum punch. Lavia's ass. We see Caicedo getting chirps at the table with the big ballers. So you know what we do? We go and we grab a bottle of Dom P, take it over to the table where Caicedo's twerking for Chelsea. He's been twerking for the past 6 songs now. God. Lavia's like, oh, well, okay, sure. Then when we come back, when we get declined by Caicedo at Chelsea's table, we walk back to Lavia. Lavia's gone. Where's Lavia?
He's on Chelsea's toe.
Oh my God, no. He's outside in the Range Rover, my bro. Gone. See you later. So Mandem, now we're in the place now. I'm gonna be real. We have to do a passport bros thing. Father, I don't give a damn. I told you, if we get cancelled, we get cancelled. We need to go to South America, open up a database, 21 years of age, who has the most tackles and interceptions per 90, and bring them. We need to find our Caicedo, we need to find our Regate, we need to find our Enzo Fernandez, because all that's left is meaty. What number 6 can we get? Who can we get?
Oh my God.
So now we come today, obviously, Caicedo gets announced.
Furious, bro.
Chelsea, very funny, playing the song Finesse, because not only did they dunk on them once, they're going to dunk on them twice. And it's just like... And I kept saying this. I don't think, and this is my personal opinion, I don't think they were after Lavia until Liverpool tried it. I don't think they were after him until they tried it.
They left the rave and then saw that he was still outside. I said, yo, what are you doing tonight? You want to come? You know what I'm saying? We got a little after party. Yeah. Come jump in the Urus and we're off. You know what I'm saying? That's what Chelsea did. That's what they did. That's what they did. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is the thing. You remember last week on the pod, I said, if Lavia is the answer, what's the question, right? For Liverpool, because what Liverpool needs to do with a Lavia situation is exactly what Chelsea have done. They've got somebody in now, red hot, ready to go, and then Lavia in the wing, waiting, learning, studying, ready to pounce. Anytime Caicedo gets a ban, anytime he gets an injury, Lavia is ready, waiting for him, just learning, just to make sure that your place will no longer be here as soon as I jump in.
If you want to do double pivot, if we can, let me learn with you on the field. Let me get first-hand work experience. Come, let's go.
Know them way there, yeah. That's exactly it. But here's what I will say on this whole saga. I think there's something that was said that I think we didn't pay attention to. And maybe AD you did, maybe the Liverpool fans did. I certainly, and I don't know what it is about Klopp. When I listen to Klopp well, and I always read between the lines of what he's saying, because he's saying things in a certain way. Yeah. Now, what's it called? It's like if AD goes to her room, tries to chirp a ting, but she's a teaser from 3 shots.
No, she sees taser from 3 shots.
I can't compete with taser.
I'll take the Northwest.
She's gone.
Believe in yourself.
What I was going to say, guys, did you not pay attention to what Jurgen Klopp actually said in that presser? Because he said, we've agreed terms with Caicedo, whatever that means.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I sat there like, what do you mean? Why has he gone all cryptic on us there?
No, I don't think he knew.
I think he knew.
No, he didn't know.
Listen.
No, he didn't know, guys.
I think he knew.
He didn't know because, as we all know, in this transfer saga, you agree terms with a club first, and then you have to go and negotiate with the player if you haven't pre-agreed the player terms, right? And I think it was very, very clear. Chelsea were watering the plant for months trying to get Caicedo in. They were talking to him. They were tapping up his family. They were offering them cars in different countries. They were doing all of that, yeah? Making sure that the family is sweet, yeah? So by the time it came to negotiating, it was only negotiating with Brighton. So once we had accepted the fee from Brighton, it was fast track. Caicedo's coming. Whereas Liverpool, their man jumped the queue. They never spoke to Caicedo before. They don't know his mum's name. They didn't know none of this, yeah? So they came in. They
don't know
slapped
none of
the
the
pig.
brothers.
Huh?
They
They
don't know
don't
the
know, bro, they don't
brothers.
know none of the brothers. They don't know. They're confusing the names in the pictures. They don't know who's who. They don't know who to tag.
Brother,
Look,
you know how
Who's
deep it is.
Moses? Who's Moses? Who's Marvin? I don't know.
Do you know how deep this is, Oscar? Chelsea had the man's mum in the video, blood. Like when you say that there was watering going on, I don't think you understand how heavy that statement is. The man have the mums. Whose mum is ever in a welcome video? Whose mum? Whose mum? Whose mum? You know what I'm saying?
That's not watering a plant. That's a flipping Amazon rainforest.
Do you know what it is, blood? Nah, do you know what it is? You know how Chelsea got banned for tapping up youngsters, yeah? This is one of these moves. It's just that he's of the age. But like, this is literally what it is.
My point behind it was this. Chelsea had already agreed terms with Caicedo. He knew the contract he was going to be on. He knew the bonuses. He knew everything. Yeah, it was, can we negotiate with Brighton? And us and Brighton, we got this back and forth little beef thing. I don't know why they got beef with us. We give them all our money. I don't know why we got beef with them. But for some reason,
that's why.
Oscar, and check this, yeah. And guys, check this. In the world of football, where it's all about money, where it's all about the dotted line, the contract, yeah, ironclad, right? The guy said, I gave Chelsea my word. What?
That was it. So what Liverpool slapped the bid, and it's like, yo, Brighton said, okay, cool. You got your man. Chat to him. The man said, nah. Imagine, yeah.
It's astonishing. It's astonishing.
But do you know what I think is going on?
Yeah.
Somebody from Caicedo's camp must have given Liverpool encouragement to make the bid. Because if Caicedo is a Chelsea player, so what I think has happened is Chelsea are probably stalling to put up the P.
Yeah.
So someone's put a word into whoever's at Liverpool. Yo, yeah, we're keen, we're open. If you make the bid, we're willing to talk to you. Boom, 110 million. Brighton have accepted. So now Chelsea know all we have to do is match Liverpool's bid. Just go a little bit more, and we've got our man. So I don't know. I think it's a bit of.
I think.
Why on earth we made the bid? Why?
I think word to Enioluco. Like Chelsea weren't trying to slap 100. They weren't. They bid 70. They bid 80. They're stalling. Bear in mind, you wanted this guy to January, but you're stalling. Chelsea did not want to pay this money. It was the threat of him going to Liverpool that made Chelsea say, yeah, screw it. And I think now, to the end of the window, I think Chelsea are going to start scrambling because obviously we had Tyler Adams locked up. We had him doing his medical. He was locked up. Chelsea said, park that, take the 20 million from that deal, and we're throwing 20 million here. It wasn't part of the plans. Like to spend this much money for Caicedo, we was always trying to bring it down. Because if we were going to spend 115, we would have done this in June. Caicedo would have been playing in pre-season for us. We were never meant to spend this money. The fact that Liverpool came in and got the bid accepted, Bowley said, I will not allow Liverpool to take this player from us. That can't happen. So
I'm so sorry, man. AD, I'm so sorry. Yeah,
Why are you sorry?
No, because do you know what, blood? Because like I'm looking at Klopp in it, and I'm thinking, what a terrible board he has. What a terrible ownership he's got. He's been gazumped twice in the space of a week, in days, in 48 hours by the same club. Like it can't. I get it. Like Liverpool have to take responsibility of the fact that they probably didn't do their due diligence, right? Especially with the Caicedo, for example. And if you really wanted him, you should have gone early doors. Apparently Chelsea agreed terms with Moises Caicedo at the end of May. So take off that what you will, right? So from May, it was already going to be done and dusted. But the fact that, somebody has, yet again, I'm just looking at this window and I'm like, someone has let this man down. Pound for pound, the best manager in football, and they're letting him down like this. Now, don't get me wrong. He's gone and got your McAllisters. He's got a Szoboszlai. You know what I'm saying? He's got players in, but at the same time, like they've not only have they not been able to get the players they need, like as AD's talking about the 6, they've let go of the Henderson and Fabinho in the same window. Like, and that's the thing. You could have
got no one.
a defensive. You could have a defensive midfielder in tomorrow. That's 3 players in midfield. Your first 3 who are starting that have never played together before. And the thing that was very important with the Liverpool performance, I felt, was that the front 3. I mean, this guy took the mick. In fact, Klopp for me actually showed the board. This is how much I'm going to take the piss out of you lot. He played Gakpo in central midfield, and I said, "Whoa, what the hell is going on here?"
I don't think he's taking the piss.
No. I think he's. No. I think it's a mess. What I'm saying is, I think it's a message. It's a stern message, and it's for Liverpool fans to get behind their manager because he is fielding a side that had McAllister, Gakpo, and Szoboszlai in midfield 3 at Chelsea, at Stamford Bridge, not at home to Fulham or Bournemouth, at Stamford Bridge. That was a statement 11, midfield, and the fact that the front 3 just looked like we've been here and done this for 4 or 5 years, fluid as heck. They were lovely at the front. Fair enough, they didn't score as many goals, but listen, AD, I'm so sorry. You cannot have a bad word to say about Klopp this window. He's been dressed down with his pants down, and he's had to walk into a new season like this.
What makes you say that?
I mean, what have we watched this summer? What have we watched this summer? Like you mean to like? That's why I said to you, I genuinely think he knew about the Moises Caicedo situation. I think he knew more than what he let off, because what does that even mean in terms of like we've agreed terms? It doesn't mean it's impossible that Liverpool couldn't sign him, but it was like it wasn't convincing that he's going to be a Liverpool player. You understand what I'm saying? It's not even like he went on a verge of like, we don't talk about players that are playing for other clubs at the moment in time, or we don't want to talk about transfer rumors. Everything's rumors. We're working behind the scenes. None of that. He didn't do any of that. He said we've agreed to. He came out and said we've agreed terms, and that's not. You don't really get that kind of talk from a manager anyway, even when the deal is done, right? And so,
especially Liverpool. Like Liverpool are famous for not doing. I remember even back to Kenny Dalglish days. It's like Liverpool fans know how they like to be treated. Blah 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 blah. So.
Man, I'm telling you, Liverpool fans are going to turn up to Anfield next week, and there's going to be some rioting going on there in terms of at the board there, because once upon a time, J.W. Henry said, "What are they smoking at the Emirates?" I'm looking at it today, and I'm like, what spliff is this?
What budge?
What budge is this?
Bias of sight. I don't know, man.
So all I want to say is, guys, Friday. Man.
Are you confident? Sorry, go on, Oscar.
No, man. Friday morning, it was a crazy day. I woke up to the news of that Liverpool bid, guys.
Chelsea fans were they lost their head.
Hot.
There was a grey cloud. I was in the group chat at 7 a.m. saying, "What is going on?" There was a grey cloud over my morning. Yeah. then was Klopp's press conference. Klopp's presser. He said, we've agreed terms. Well, whatever that means, we'll get it over the line. Then I had a Teams meeting. Man, then my group chat is popping off. I said, what's going on? I'm in a meeting. Here we go? Is he gone to Liverpool? Has it happened? I see Caicedo has told Liverpool his dream is to come to Chelsea. I said, ain't that crazy? The last player that said their dream was to come to Chelsea was Robert.
I can't believe that.
It's outrageous. And here's the thing. I think we're not talking about this enough. Why would you choose Chelsea over Liverpool at this moment in time? Why?
We are 12th. Like, what are these men saying to them in the meeting?
Why would you? Like, I get it. Listen,
of money and land.
Listen, the sky's looking good, for Chelsea going forward. They've got a new system. They've got stuff going on, but it's going to take a long time to cook. It's going to be a long time before you can eat the pie. It's going to take some time to build and warm up.
It's only going to be 1 year.
But do you think?
I'll give you 2 to 3 years to challenge for the title. I'll give you 2 to 3 years.
We'll challenge for the title next season.
Listen,
next season.
Liverpool with Caicedo today, they challenge for the title this season. It's as simple as that.
They challenge without him. I think they challenge without him.
No, Oscar, they can't. Listen, without a 6, man.
Hold on.
But like, remember what I said last Monday?
Sorry to interrupt. There's a call for VAR handball at Old Trafford for Manchester United. I'm just going through at the moment, seeing if it's been given or not.
So who handballed
the area?
The Wolves. Okay, it's not been given. Interesting. Wolves Wolves handballed the ball in the penalty area, but it's not been given as a penalty. So
40 minutes on the clock there, still 0-0
No,
yeah.
Manchester United's opener.
No Bruno points.
No Bruno points.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, yeah.
And they said, Liverpool ain't competing. I don't know why Oscar's always up Liverpool's balls. Leave us alone. But basically, last week I said on the pod, you lot were talking about if they get a 6, if they get a 6, if they get a 6. And I said my main reasoning for not worrying about it as much is because it seemed clear to me that they had addressed this need. They were addressing that need. Like the same way I said, I wanted Chelsea to sign a striker. We're probably not going to get one. You guys wanted Arsenal to sign a striker. You're probably not going to get one. Liverpool knew, the board, the manager, the players, everybody knew.
Everybody knew.
And they were going to address it. That's what I said on Monday. And then on Friday, they're slapping 110 mil bids to get my man. So they know.
We know. But Oscar, since that conversation, we've lost out on our primary realistic target, and then we've lost out on our fantasy target also. In Dreamland, if you could pick one, it'll probably like Caicedo, his name will be up there. And they've both gone to the team we played on Sunday.
Why was John W. Henry there, by the way? Why was he?
That's a good question. Why was he at the bridge?
I don't know if he wanted to close the door to not let Caicedo do his medical. I don't know what he was there for.
Does he have beef with Bowley?
They said he was snitching. They said he was out there snitching.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they are rivals in baseball. They're rivals in baseball. And the thing is, as well, though,
they're rivals in football too.
Clearly, here's the thing. Yeah. And AD, this is why I'm telling you, your board is letting the best manager pound for pound in the world down. Tchouaméni, right? Jude Bellingham, Lavia, Caicedo. How many more do I have to go through?
Enzo Fernandez, by the way, as well.
Was he one? Okay, fair enough. So Fernandez as well.
How many edits can Liverpool fans make?
There was loads.
Man. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, bruv, wake up and smell the coffee, blood. At the end of the day, like they've gone and bought Szoboszlai, they've gone and bought McAllister before their number one priority targets. And that's not I'm not really anti on that, really, as long as you cover your situations. If you get them covered, it doesn't matter what order they come in. But now, how many weeks left for the window? Is it 2 weeks now? Yeah? Like bang on 2 weeks. We're gonna watch Liverpool flap. We're gonna watch them flap, guys. And it's a case of they're gonna pay over the odds for.
We're gonna have. Who did they sign last season that no one he never played?
No, it's not gonna be an Arthur team. We're gonna get somebody.
Yeah, Arthur.
No, I think Liverpool could pull a Worldie out somewhere.
And
no, I'm genuinely asking the question.
We said Worldie.
I mean, a player like, because we have certain players who you think are on the market, like a Lavia, coming from a relegation team, on the market. Caicedo clearly didn't want to be at Brighton anymore, on the market. There were certain players that we were all looking at and we're like, I think in the next coming weeks, as always happens in the transfer window, pieces of the puzzle begin to move. A team needs to buy a player, they shift, and then this happens and that happens, and you know, the jigsaw. It's like the Rubik's Cube moves, you know, when one shifts, another shifts. And I think a player, not necessarily, maybe not Tchouaméni, I think Real Madrid are quite set with him, but I think somebody like him who you think is 30 in their club, all of a sudden, they become available. It's like, remember this time last year, correct me if I'm wrong, this time last year, Man United didn't have Casemiro. And then the pieces just aligned. And then all of a sudden, bang.
We didn't have him for the first 2 games, and everybody laughed. Rightly so. But yeah. Sometimes
who will it be? Like, who will it be then? So who will it be?
Okay, first of all, who are the best 6s on the planet? So we can't get Rodri. Who else is there?
So who's second fiddle to Tchouaméni in Madrid?
I don't know.
What's his name? Camavinga?
That's not
the Camavinga.
Yeah,
he ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? and then you know, Partey's going nowhere. But if Chelsea, I mean, if Liverpool put in a bid substantial, Partey could go.
Pete,
you know, it's one of those.
I have to read out some of these comments because they're
go for it, mate. We need to move on as well.
Of course. Murad said Liverpool lost out on their target in real life and in the metaverse.
Man.
He also says Liverpool are getting rejected in the multiverse. Different versions of Liverpool. All the transfer bids are getting rejected. That's crazy. Shout out to the new that Spider-Man movie, man. If you ain't seen it, get to know.
Oh, fantastic.
Can we turn this into a movie podcast right now?
Wow.
Balotelli's 11-12 only premises says shout out to City for bagging 11 mil on Lavia after selling him for 10. We're better than Calvin Phillips, but let's speak on that. Assad says, guys, thoughts on Peter Drury's first game at Sky. Not his biggest fan, but he did well Saturday. Still feels like he talks too much. I didn't watch it. I was obviously at the game. Did any of you lot head catch the Drew?
I thought it was magical.
The Drew.
Yeah, the Drew. But do you know who I loved on Saturday? Ali, good old Ali, BT Sports. Ali McCoy. He was fantastic. I was enjoying it.
Yeah, go on.
Football and Scottish accents. It's a match made in heaven. Match made in heaven.
Take it out, son.
Name and Andy Gray, Ali McCoy, Jim White. I mean, we could be here all day.
And just on Peter Drury, just before you move on, Robert, just on Peter Drury, I saw a rumor today, that Mohamed Kudus is linked to West Ham, and I just thought of Peter Drury commentating a game, and he's just like Ben Rama, lovely pass into Kudus, and Kudus. Wait,
hopefully he doesn't do that.
You know what I'm gonna say, innit?
No.
Well, Kudus to him.
He's gonna say Kudus on the excellent finish.
Do you know what I'm telling you guys? Yeah, maybe he might bring it down a notch. Yeah, but Peter Drury, like, it's too much. I need him in shorts. I need him in TikToks. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe he might bring it down a piece. I don't know. Daniel Sturridge, however,
he's Michael Richards on steroids, man. He's just there to have a
look at my side.
There you go.
Listen, what did he say to Trent? What did he say to Trent?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Can I make a confession? Can I make a confession?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've always liked Daniel Sturridge as a player, even when he went to Liverpool and left Chelsea. I love the guy. His celebrations as a footballer, he's a fantastic footballer. But as a personality, I cannot stand him. I think he's the cringiest guy I've seen on television. The constant singing, the Mbappe.
That's slap, to be fair. That's a slap.
That, do you know what? That one, I can kind of allow, but he does it every day. Every player is a new song. I'm with Roy Keane on this one. I've had enough.
Roy Keane, he wasn't even angry. He was confused. He was like, what?
That dynamic can't last a year. It's not going to last a year.
Roy Keane said, "What you partnered with me with Micah? I had to deal with Micah for a year or two.
For a year, yeah.
And now it's a duo. Roy Keane can't get away from Micah. They put Micah wherever he is, yeah. And then they put Sturridge in. Man, Assad said, "IF Sturridge heavy, brother." He was doing the stanky leg on Sky Sports.
Yeah, man mentioned the stanky leg. Like, it's not even like, this is like this era. The stanky leg.
I feel like it's 2015.
Oh, I swear that's before that.
Yeah, I mean,
they're telling me stick to Harry Styles. Apparently, I don't know about the culture. Look, I love the culture. This is just not for me, man. This is just too much.
I don't know where I sit with it yet. I'm gonna let it cook for a piece and then give a verdict. But it feels like,
to be fair, I didn't watch Sky Sports, so I don't know what he was like throughout the analysis of the game. Blah blah blah. All I saw was the clips that went on Twitter. So maybe across the game, he's actually all right.
Yeah, I guess so.
I was gonna say, who do Liverpool have on this weekend?
I think they're gonna lay the smackdown on one Bournemouth.
Who they got?
Oh, they have Bournemouth. Salah goes into my fantasy.
Let me tell you something. No, and guys,
Salah goes into my fantasy team. Then,
guys, get ready. You know it's drama. Liverpool at Anfield, 3:00 on a Saturday, so no one can see it. There's going to be 6, 7. This is going to be the slaughterhouse of the millennium.
Slaughterhouse
of the millennium.
Yeah. Salah can go into my fantasy team then.
Endo.
Because Diaz
points. Title charge starts next weekend.
I'll tell you what.
It's halftime at OT. 0-0. Wolves can say that they've been the better half the first 10 minutes. They offered nothing. Yeah, no, I'll go through it. What you call it? First 10 minutes, they offered nothing. They were just passing the ball, giving the balls away. And then United, like, it was another case of like, okay, we're controlling the ball. We're doing this, we're doing that. Passing's there, but there's no finishing product. And then there was like a good 20 minutes where like you can actually say Wolves actually grew into the game and actually were better than United. And then towards the end, it was just a mismatch. And then people missing. The best players, I'll say, is Onana, Anthony. Garnacho's actually having a horror show. Like, I actually want to sub him off. Yeah, he's having a bad game.
Can I read the quote from Henry Winter, who summarized the game? Not quite as well as you have, Robin, but he's summarized.
I've got a massive bone to pick with Henry when we get to
we'll get to that. Yeah. He says Wolves the better side so far, well organized. Cunha superb, quick and clever. Neto a threat.
Yeah, United, he nearly scored.
United disjointed so far. Casemiro needs help in midfield. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Manchester United spent a lot of money in the summer to try and get Casemiro that help in midfield. What's going wrong?
So I would disagree. I think Casemiro's actually been one of our better players in terms of midfield. He needs help.
Yeah. They didn't say he's not been good. They said he needs help.
Yeah, he does need help.
All alone.
Because he's actually doing a lot of work in midfield. Because Bruno is Bruno, so he's always up front. And then Mount, he's not been bad, but there's been a couple of missed passes here and there. Like I said, my concern this game has actually been Garnacho. Like, he's been sloppy. Like, just giving the ball away a lot. And, yeah, like, nothing concerning at the back. Just keeping the ball a lot. Martinez had to do a last-minute tackle, so he's got a yellow card. At the start, it was all right. And then now we're just giving the ball left, right, and centre.
I heard this game cooked. Like, what's the story in Bellamori?
Who?
I heard Martinez is getting...
Yeah, the streets are saying Martinez is getting spun.
Yeah, what's his name? Kucha. Yeah, Kucha. He's actually... He's riding out for Wolves, but yeah, hey-ho. It's half-time 0-0. We've had the more chances, but Wolves look more threatening for a good 15 minutes. So, yeah. Hey-ho.
Assad says United Spurs on Saturday are going to be haram ball, two smelly teams in possession.
Yeah, that's the other thing I would like to say is that United are trying to play possession football and not doing counter-attack. And you can tell that some players are used to it, but other players aren't.
Okay, my question. How can you try possession football with Mount and Bruno?
That's what I'm saying. It looks like United are trying to play possession football because there's been passes like, we'll control the ball here and there and there. But you can tell who's not used to it. And that's the thing. So it's like,
What 2/3 of the midfield?
Yeah, man. And we need Amrabat in ASAP. We need him. So, hey ho. And we need Højlund on the pitch because there's no striker. We've had chances. I'm like, where's the number 9? No one wants to be number 9.
Well, Rashi's not staying up front.
No, Rashi's gone to the left. At the start, he's at the front, but he keeps going to the left because that's where he can do his best bit. Because he loves being on the left. We all know Rashford's not a number 9. So
where's Garnacho then? No wonder why he's not having a great game.
So Garnacho has been smelly. So I would not be surprised because surprisingly, Martial's available and he's on the bench. I would say do not be surprised if Garnacho gets subbed.
Is Garnacho smelling because Rashford keeps coming into his area?
No. Garnacho's been smelly, like unusually smelly.
Fair enough. I mean, Onana being one of your best players doesn't really give good wrecking for the first half against Wolverhampton Wanderers.
I know, right?
Managerless Wolves might add.
No, they got Gary O'Neill.
Gary O'Neill.
What?
Gary?
Yeah,
Gary.
What? When did this happen,
bro? Like the hour Lopetegui left.
Yeah,
literally the hour he left, they just had him. He literally was waiting in the training ground.
While we're waiting in the wing.
He was in the wing, fam. Oscar, you mentioned Henry Winter. I think we need to move things forward to the Emirates Stadium because the Arsenal FC got off to winning ways, 3 points, 2-1 to the Arsenal against Nottingham Forest. And a lot of people made a lot of noise about what happened pre-match where, ticketing issues and whatever the case may be.
What happened there, mate?
We had a 30-minute delay. 30-minute delay before kickoff. We wanted the people to want more. You know what I'm saying? Just you see the starting 11, you're thinking,
you know what you did? You had all those people sitting in barbershops ready for their lunchtime cooking. but you made them wait 30 minutes, and now they're late to other meetings.
I hear that.
Yeah.
Listen,
It's true.
listen, people that book more than one thing in one day, they're what's it called? They're mavericks. You need to one each day. You should have one motive. Don't
What?
cram. Don't
On a
cram
Saturday?
together.
That's
Don't
nonsense.
cram. Don't cram together.
Can I tell you
If
why
you
that's
try
nonsense?
cramming, hey,
Can I tell you why that's nonsense?
go on.
Go and read Gary Neville's bio on Twitter.
What? Attack the day.
Attack the day.
Attack the day.
It's my favorite. If I had to get a tattoo, if I was ever gonna get a tattoo, yeah, attack the day would be my tattoo. That's six
Have you seen him on LinkedIn? He's attacking the day for real.
No,
Oh,
Gary Neville.
He's like
Gary
a
Neville
politician, a philanthropist, a businessman, a
If
spokesperson.
there's one thing he does not have is a social life. He does not have it. He's up from 5 a.m. and he's in bed at 3 a.m.
that Northern graft.
It's
But the
like
thing is,
Northern grit.
he lives where he runs. No, I respect it, man.
He's
The
like-
guy,
that
the guy literally is from Bury, bruv. Them man there are, it's just hard work, bruv. 6 a.m., 8 p.m. That's everyone's shift in that whole area. Everyone works all day, bruv. You know the ones.
Peter, the
Yes.
panel want you to digress, apparently.
Yes.
You have to
Yes.
speak on the star.
What can we say, Murad? I mean, Bukayo Saka. I mean, listen, it's not boring, but it's just expected. As soon as he took the ball on the left, I was right behind it. As soon as he took it on the left, ping. You just knew what time it was. Okay, the Iron Robin. People have been comparing him to him. He's doing things where he's cutting inside, and you know what he's gonna do, but nobody can stop it. It was a ferocious finish. Go on.
Yeah, I mean, Saka was speaking Spanish at the weekend because he had the ball. He said, "Hola, Aina." He turned. He said, "Ciao, Aina," and he hit it top bin.
Top bin past Matt Turner, who had his first Premier League game.
That didn't get the reception I wanted. Thank you, Adrian. But
no, it was lit. I liked it. It was lit.
You didn't like it enough.
I just literally just said.
Bro.
Yeah, he completely knows on it.
I like it's Jamie Noble hitting the Great Carly or something. I don't know.
You trying to take me for Hulk Hogan, bro? This guy, bro, allow me.
That guy, we need a separate podcast on that man and his lies. Hold on, you know what I heard the other day? Separate topic. Hulk Hogan must have been like, yeah, Elvis. Always, every time I was in Tennessee, Elvis wanted to come and see me wrestle. Guess what? Hulk Hogan made his wrestling thing, wrestled for the first time in Tennessee in 1979. Google the year Elvis died. Anyway, let's continue. So I don't know if we'll see him from beyond the grave or from
he said Elvis used to watch him, and Elvis died before his debut. Hey, you know what's funny? They got clips from the Caicedo interview when he just joined Chelsea. he said, "Oh, my inspirations from Chelsea. I used to watch Kante and Makelele." They said Makelele retired when he was 4.
and also that's like what 10-year gap. What was he watching?
Yeah, I would say that's a massive gap.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's like when they interviewed Ben White and they were talking about him having the number 4, comparing him to like Patrick Vieira, like icons like Vieira have won it. Does it give you any pressure? He's like, I didn't watch him play. Never saw him play.
Ben White's a piece of garbage. Peter. Saturday,
he had a
12:30 kickoff. Sorry, did I say 12:30? 1 p.m. kickoff.
1 p.m. kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. On TNT Sports.
We read Nave's point.
Caicedo's lying about his age. Wait, what?
Hey, listen, I didn't want to say it.
Wait. How old is he?
Was it
Oh,
2000?
apparently.
How old does Wikipedia say he is?
They say he's 21, huh? Is it?
That's
and just so you don't think I'm biased, how old do you think Thomas Partey is?
Do you know why Adrian makes me sick? Because he was 21 until 6 p.m. today. Now we have to question it. Now we have to question it.
Madam, how am I 3 years older than Thomas Partey? Can we have that conversation, please? He looks like my uncle. How is he? No. You lot have started. You lot have started.
Guys, I kid you not, there's a story about Carnu, yeah? Apparently,
Even Cardi, man.
you couldn't even, by the time he got to Portsmouth, right, he couldn't even walk up the stairs. He used to take the lift. That's how haggard his body was.
Do you know what's so funny? How old do you think he was at Portsmouth?
Apparently he's like, what, 35? Apparently.
Yeah, apparently. He's only 47 now. How?
He was 47. He was 47 back then.
He's not in his 40s now. He's my dad's age. What are we talking about? Oh my goodness. I can't. Anyway, I can't.
Anyway. Martins was 26 for 5 years.
He was 18 when he scored that goal at Highbury.
I remember when he was 18. Bagging in the Champions League at 18. That was crazy.
Babayaro was another one. I was making Champions League debut.
Celestine Babayaro. Taribo West. Anyway, guys, we digress.
About the age. Why not, man?
Listen.
Naby Keita, we need to add him to that list very soon. I've seen how his body just broken down.
Come on. He's brilliant. That guy was broke when he joined Liverpool. What's it called? Where were we? Bukayo Saka, Martinelli as well. Beautiful assist. People are saying he didn't mean it. I mean, you know, whatever. Like, okay, fine. He might have misplaced it. I don't give a damn. He went to Eddie and Ketia. Guess what he did? Guess what he did? I know. Listen,
Hence is in trouble.
Listen.
In the room.
So Eddie and Ketia in 15 starts have scored 14 goals for Arsenal at the Emirates. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. We'll have
number 14.
Is that all league?
Sorry?
Is that all league?
I don't think it's all league. No, it said 15 starts at the Emirates, 14 goals. I will take that.
Still very
but does that include the goals he's got off the bench?
Starts,
my guy.
You're not hearing me.
Yeah, I heard you, Oscar.
He's had 15 starts and he scored 14 goals. Did all of the goals come in his starts?
I don't know.
Because that's strategic there. Robin, this is how they get you. Robin, this is how you get you. You find out he's had 100 appearances and he's had 14 goals, but they made it look nice.
Yeah. You gotta make it look nice. Mind you, though, saying that, whenever he seems to start at home, I do always seem to have to always announce his name. He's always scoring. Like, it's weird. Anyway, but yeah, Arsenal winning 2-1. And you know, the formation, the setup, the lineup, it was a bit like, what is happening here? What is going on? Because I saw Gabriel on the bench, and then I saw Partey as well as Rice, as well as Havertz, as well as Odegaard, and I thought, hang on. But then there's also Eddie, Saka, and Martinelli. So I thought, what are we doing here? Is Declan Rice at centre half? Is that actually what's going to happen? Then I see Thomas Partey at right back. Hello, what's going on here? And in fairness, Oscar, you were at the game. You had a bird's eye view watch of that. He, to correct me if I'm wrong, Oscar, I think the first 60 minutes, first hour, pure domination from Arsenal. And when it went 2-0 up, I thought, okay, it's going to be 3, 4, and 5. See you later, sayonara. But I
think Arsenal played really, really comfortable. You had the ball, you had control of it. But I did feel like you guys were struggling to break them down a little bit. I think
Sure.
Forest were definitely resolute in their shape, and they weren't taking no chances. They weren't playing football, quite frankly. Like, they were just there. We're going to sit in our shape, and we're going to stay firm. And then Arsenal scored there too. And then in the second half, when they actually decided to play,
we've had a change. Old Trafford. Martinez off. Lindelof on.
Hey, is that an injury?
I don't know. But yeah, no. Martinez is walking back onto the bench. But Lindelof is on.
So are we saying what's happened? Are we saying he got hooked?
I don't know.
Are we saying the butcher's finished the shift? Is that what we're saying?
I said the butcher's finished his shift.
But yeah, what was going to say?
That prime cut.
Peter, you gotta stop baiting me out. Like the people are coming from my head. What business has Oscar got being at Arsenal Forest on 12:30 on a Saturday? You're never beating these Arsenal allegations.
What was I going to say? Yeah,
guys, he was gagging for it, guys. He was gagging for the ticket.
You know Sheffield United, yeah. When I saw their
lineup, up my senses.
When I saw that lineup, I said, they've not changed their lineup since they last went back down.
Oscar,
what's happening
Robin,
here?
do you think I said it last week for comedic effect? Do you think it was a bit of banter?
I was like, huh? Is this 2020? What's happening here?
Bulldog is still there.
Like a packet, oh my god.
And then when they brought on the PMP players, my boy, and say like rhythm is a dancer.
Listen.
What a run!
Where did this pace come from? I tell you what, it was a superb goal. It was an absolute superb goal. Okay, because Elanga did a Usain Bolt 100-meter. You know what I'm saying? And then gone like the wind. And when he crossed it, you just knew, Taiwo. You know what I'm saying? I just knew he was going to score.
I'm not gonna lie.
White was a bit of a slapper there, though. To be fair.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. Benjamin White. He doesn't. He doesn't watch football. How he's supposed to watch his man? But look, when it comes to when it comes to goals this weekend, there was so much better goals. But that goal was so aesthetically pleasing to me. I don't know why.
It was.
The fact that they ran from their own corner to take it to the other end, that pass from Elanga to finish. We saw it coming 30 seconds before it went in the net. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Listen, all three goals were really good. When you watched them back, they were all really good, well taken goals. And listen, there were moments in the game where we did fade a little bit in the second half towards the end. It was like, Forest finally kind of came out and started playing because they took off all their centre halves and brought on all their attackers. Like, even like literally all the centre backs left, and it was like, okay, what's going on here? They're bringing on Chris Wood. They're bringing on Taiwo Awoniyi. I forgot how to pronounce his name. I learned it so many times the other day. And then, they really did try to give it a go. And normally Forest, like when they came to the Emirates last season, we were like 2-3 up, and then it was like 5, game done. And I think Forest seemed to grow into the game second half, which is, maybe they might be a bit more resolute in other games when they play during the course of the season. I think Mikel went with the Partey situation. I don't know where the experiment come from, but I think because of the fact we lost at Forest, probably played on his mind a little bit, and he wanted to probably have that extra man in midfield. Because Oscar, I don't know if you saw, like Partey didn't really stay at right back. Really, he was more or less. He was in
the midfield. When I watched this game, I was just like, this man Arteta, he's a genius. He's a genius.
He's got things going.
At the Partey was interchanging with 1 minute Partey's right back. The next minute White's right back. I mean, Morgan Gibbs White. What was he thinking? He couldn't get past.
He had no idea what to do. And then it was much better to see.
It was almost perfect. I would say almost. The reason being because there was one player I saw on the Arsenal 11, and I was like, I wish David was here. I wish.
What,
your German superstar.
Oh, right.
Oh, what, Kai Havertz? Why? What was that? What was his performance?
What did you guys think?
What was right with his performance here? What did you think of it?
No, listen. I genuinely think
that's a fantastic question.
The only thing I will say on that is that he obviously he's got to get used to the way Arsenal play. He's obviously a player. You can tell he looks different from the rest. When you see Timber play, when you see Rice play, you don't feel like these are new signings that are out of place. Havertz looks a little bit out of place at the minute, but he's going to have to adapt because a lot of the time he got the ball, it slowed things down. A lot of the times when, it was almost like what to do with it, where are we going from here? And that's just going to take, practice in training. He'll get it. He'll get it at some stage. And I have no worries about him. He wasn't bad. He wasn't, he wasn't great, but he was okay. He was okay there in the midfield.
Did you see the moment when the ball was rolling play near him and Arteta is screaming at him? Run after the ball, and he just doesn't run. He just doesn't run.
Yeah, there's like I say, he's gonna learn it over the course of the season, and I'm just glad that he was more so in the midfield than he was up front. At least he's not up front. I do want to see him. I do want to see him closer to the thing, closer to
No. That's what getting cut. They nearly scored. I thought it was 1-0 Wolves. They should have scored, to be honest. But yeah.
Wow. Wolves are having a good time, it seems.
They're having a good time, and we're just giving the ball away. Like, we start the play, we got the thing, we get to the final third, and then people are just making dumb decisions. Like, it's just like, what's going on? United, man.
But
still no. Still no.
Last thing I'll say really on the Arsenal game is like, look, Arsenal, we got the win. I think a lot of people are comparing us to last season at the beginning because we came at the blocks flying last season. And I think right now we're going to be more of a slow cook whereby, when the meat's ready, it's like, it's going to be absolutely perfection. But, I have no worries. I'm not really like worried about anything. Oscar, I didn't say anything wild. Relax. I didn't say anything wild.
What did you say?
Huh?
What did you say?
Oh, what
I
did
said-
you say?
I said it's a slow cook this season,
Yeah.
and I think when the meat is ready, it's going to be that perfection.
big
you
man.
didn't need to repeat because no one heard.
No, I heard it, but I thought,
There's
did I?
nothing wrong with what I
my
said.
ears
I
did
didn't hear.
We're
What
talking
the-
about
I
food here. I literally said slow cook. It's a double entendre.
Mirad says
All right,
Havertz
all right,
will
big bud.
slowly. Havertz says, Mirad says Havertz will slowly become our Giroud-esque option, but with a bit of tech. The irony about that is Arsenal forced Giroud out because they didn't see the tech.
No, man. Listen, I don't think we got to worry about Havertz. Havertz will be fine. He's not. It's fresh. It's first Premier League game of the season for him, for Arsenal. Like it's and a Forest team, as Oscar mentioned, that did not want any partake in the football in the first hour. You know what I'm saying? And until they thought, until they got a sniff of it, it was a bit like brilliant. Here we go, off to the races.
Splash,
Whoa.
splash.
You know what's sad about football these days, though, man?
Talk to me,
Like,
man.
we're just in this agenda era now where don't get me wrong. I
Oh,
don't-
100%.
I don't rate Havertz personally, and I'm just one of those that I'm struggling. I'm struggling to see it now, right? But Potter, give the guy 4 games.
You know what I'm saying?
No, you can't.
I don't know, it's like, man,
Adrian,
I'm
you
gonna score a
know
hat-trick
this.
in
The game is the game.
Fair.
You know
The thing
game
is-
is the game.
Because it's not
Yeah.
my player. I'll cook him for all I care.
Here's the thing, yeah. What's ironic with the Havertz situation? He's not had a bad game for Arsenal, and guess what? He's been in the side, and we've won games. And in the Forest game, we were in cruise control. We were in cruise control.
You said he's not had a bad game for us. He made his debut.
When his debut?
Yes.
No, as in from the preseason games, because everybody was talking about those, right? Everyone wanted to talk about every minute he's played.
Oh no, we were talking about the Super MLS Challenge. Let's be clear, he failed that.
I mean, who succeeded it?
Everybody.
That's the point.
And like everyone else.
Everyone.
Yeah. Hey, Oscar, pick up your Peter. That's scandalous, man. He's only played.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
I don't
every
know.
player
He
has
hasn't had
scored
a
at
bad
least
game.
1 point.
He played one Premier League game.
No, what I'm saying, obviously, I meant like he's played the Community Shield. He held his own in the Community Shield, did very well. But anyway,
Two chances. But yeah, let's
They'll
I
come.
think
They'll come.
One more thing though, because it's actually quite sad. Because I actually like the player, Timber.
Oh, Jury and Timber,
Yeah.
gutted. Gutted.
Mm.
I'm hoping though, it doesn't seem like it's an ACL, it doesn't seem like it's an MCL, which is good because in the beginning, like with those ACLs, MCLs, you know what they are straight away. You don't need to go through, several scans. I mean, you could just a doctor could just look at feel the sort of the ligaments and know what time it is. It seems like he's got to have a lot more specific scans so that we can sort of dictate, how much further he'll be out for. I am surprised that Arsenal put out a statement without actually really saying anything. So it's just a case of he's going to be consulted by, more doctors and whatever else. And we'll see what situation happens there. But listen, you look at our bench. If anybody paid attention to our bench, it's stacked. Now, don't get me wrong. Like Zinchenko wasn't even fit. No Gabriel Jesus, but we still have players that can easily come off the bench and finish the season for us. So no worries here. Ready for Palace on Monday night next week, guys. Next Monday it's Arsenal away at Palace. So that's going to be quite a ferocious game there. And we go again, man. We go again. Anything on Arsenal, you man?
Nah, like I said, it was
Question.
60
I'll
minutes,
ask you-
60 minutes of good stuff, and then it got a bit shaky towards the end. But
I'll ask you this question. It's early doors. But the first question I want to ask: who are the closest challengers to Man City this season?
You can say right now, it's the team from the tune, Newcastle.
Are we there?
You can say because one thing I thought Unai Emery was actually gonna do something here. I thought,
Okay.
what, Villa, Newcastle do a nice thing. They got put to the sword.
I've got a piece on this. Yeah, I've got a piece on this because I think Aston Villa were not as bad as the scoreline shows, right? And I think at 2-1, the game was heavy in the balance. I think I can't remember what minute Tyrone Mings goes down. I can't remember what the scoreline was at that point. But when he went
Yeah, he's
down,
out.
when the wind went down, the wind blew the other way. And they were playing a high line. I mean, the line was so high. And I think it was Match of the Day that said, Emery's plays a high line, but with no press. So it's almost like, how does nobody ever capitalize on this? Because apparently it was all of last season when he was there as well. High line, no press, but we move.
Oh,
And people were not getting Villa out for this. They weren't catching Villa out for this. But Newcastle guys, yeah, I told you there's a reason I had them in my top 4. They are for real. Last season they were for real, man, and you can't just throw it away because they're in the Champions League this year. And then you look at this new signings, right? Tonali, superb performance. Harvey Barnes, superb performance. Isak is a baller. He's an absolute baller. And then you look at Anthony Gordon comes in there now, and you would have thought, he might have a bit of a start-stop because of the situation with Eddie Howe. Superb. You know what I'm saying? He looked tremendous.
You're wrong, man. They had a solid Euros, and then
he looked tremendous. He played the Euros, came back 3 days later to training. 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
At Newcastle, he was here to take Maximum's place.
Pick up Eddie Howe, man.
By force. He was here to take.
By the way, I don't think that's as big. How can I put it? Like his raw ability. Like nobody can dribble like him, fine. But over the course of a season, I think a player like Harvey Barnes, my opinion.
I love Harvey Barnes.
I might get cooked. I think he's more effective over the course of a 38 game season than Alex Maximin's moments. Personally.
Yeah, quite possibly. I'm a big fan of Harvey Barnes. He's always in my fantasy team every start of the season. Every season, he's always in there. Because did you see the way he was setting up goals? Like it was like he's been here before. And Tonali's performance, by the way, guys. Oh, what a debut! And big up to Newcastle's tweet where they said, he doesn't even want to be here. Fantastic tweet, elite tweet there.
Did you see him when he was celebrating?
Yeah. He was all over the tune.
I think we can all sympathize with him. He's a boyhood AC Milan fan. Probably didn't want to leave. Probably was forced out. But at the end of the day, he's fortunate in the fact that he's been forced out to a team that's an amazing project with a really good manager. They're in Champions League football. They've got a great stadium, great set of fans. I mean, Newcastle, Milan.
I just didn't really I didn't even realize he had a goal in him. That's what I didn't even clock. Like I knew his midfield work. They were trying to compare him to Pirlo, but the guy's got a goal in him. He's more than Pirlo, my friend. Like he's got the abilities to do quite a few things.
He's physical as well, man. He can move.
He's got the engine.
He said he's more than Pirlo.
It sounds like
whoa.
No. In the sense that Pirlo did certain things.
Don't listen to what this guy says. You just
not as a player. Just with attributes.
It didn't hit me yet until it replayed in my head. I was like, hold on, whoa.
No, absolutely.
Balotelli says, you man were all laughing when I said the Geordies are coming. Well, you know what? They've made a statement.
I weren't laughing. That's what
Mirad says, is Eddie Howe the manager to take them where the owners believe Newcastle can go?
I mean, guys, he finished in the top 4 last season. He shouldn't have been anywhere near it. When he joined, and let's go before that. When he joined in December, or was it January? The guy finished comfortably in the league. When Newcastle were 18th, he finished comfortably. You know the way there. So it's not. Listen, Eddie Howe's no mug. He's doing a fantastic job. But also, it's so important that you have managers at the right places. Like Eddie Howe could be great at Newcastle. It could be terrible. He could just be terrible at a Wolves. You know what I mean? You've got to have the right places at the right time.
You have the right pieces.
It's funny you said time. Let's call a spade a spade. That man, he was a slapper. Like that Bournemouth side couldn't defend for love nor money. It was catastrophic. They were conceding 60, 70, 80 goals a season, standard. They were scoring like 40, 50, 60. But yeah, I don't know. Apparently, like when he sort of wasn't in management, he went over to like, was it Simeone? He was studying, and like apparently he's like come back a new man, and Newcastle's tough to break down. Like
but also he's had good money to buy good defenders. Look at the defenders he's bought. He's bought Botman. He bought Trippier. He's now got he actually bought players. So even though at Bournemouth it was not great defensively, but where's the peas?
It was the talent. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where's the peas?
He had like court from like League One to Premiership. Obviously, he's not. You know what I mean?
But also, I'll say this though: don't let this result fool you about Villa. Villa are for real as well. They're going to be in the top half comfortably, and Emery's got something cooking there. It's a shame what's happened to Tyrone Mings, but straight away they've come back in, and now they're signing Zaniolo. Like they're not ramping. You know them ones. They're not ramping.
I was very big on Diaby coming to the Premier League and seeing him. get a goal in his first
Like
game.
a
Obviously, it
goal,
wasn't a game
right,
at home
yeah.
for. I think he'll be a problem. I've never seen a player that I'm like, you are destined to thrive in the Premier League. Like him, he just works. I think such a hard worker. Always wants to affect the game. Running the channel. He's going to cause a lot of problems to a lot of teams.
Lazy comparison, but I look at him and I see Sadio Mane, man. It's that tenacity, a thorn in your side, direct. So, he's a lot stronger than he looks for a guy of his size. And according to Saturday, anyway, he's good at eye.
Guys, we need a big man.
Do you know what I look?
We need a big man up front.
Well?
This is
one sec, Rob.
We've had a few chances, and it's just where's the striker? That's all.
The comparison I had for Diaby is this is what Lookman should have been to a degree. Do you know what I'm saying? I look at that and I just think, I kept seeing Adamola Lookman in him. I kept seeing it, and I was just such a shame that he's not thrived in it. He's not really kicked on.
I mean, he had a good year last year. I like it, but I get what you mean. Yeah, it's not hit the heights.
Big up ABM. I don't think I've seen ABM comment before, but he's in the comments today, man.
Welcome, man.
He says, somehow I don't see Newcastle's current manager being trusted and kept long enough to win the EPL. At some point, he will be replaced by another manager. We kind of touched on this already, but I wanted to know if any of you lot have had a chance to watch the All or Nothing Newcastle United edition.
Not yet. I haven't.
Not yet. There was one.
I haven't.
Yeah, well, the first
episode
is live on Amazon Prime, so go check it out. I watched like 10 minutes of it and then I got busy. So it looked good. I genuinely was interrupted. Like I wanted to watch the rest.
It was a decent browse.
I didn't stop watching on my own accord.
The blurb sounded good, yeah.
I didn't stop watching on my own accord. I was interrupted. I will be catching up. I will be finishing it, man. It looks good so far. I watched like the first 10 minutes. It looks really good.
You guys know I like a hot take in it, yeah? And I like to do a hot take within reason. I've got one for you, and I want to see where does this land in the spectrum? Newcastle have the third best midfield in the league.
I don't think that's wild at all.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, let's go. Tell us who are the midfields.
So top two, who are the midfielders, or
what are the top three
midfielders? Like, what's
City, obviously. City number 1, Arsenal number 2, Newcastle 3.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue with that.
And then it's quite a toss-up.
Oscar's trying to bring Chelsea in.
Well,
I didn't say a word. I didn't say a word. I'm the little horse. I'm the little horse. Robin with the little horse. I didn't say anything.
With Chelsea and Man United, I'm tying with those two. I don't know who to put in fourth.
I'll be honest. I'll take this.
Chelsea's better than us. They plugged that once they got Caicedo.
Yeah, but who's their number? Like
Bruno though. Bruno's quality, man.
I don't know. The thing is though, I look at. When you say when you look at it like you got Caicedo, you got Enzo, and who's the other one that starts? Will it be Nkunku, right? I take it. Yeah. It will be him.
If he's
right?
back,
well, Nkunku's not here until January. There is no point talking about.
Okay, fine. So who's the other one?
It's just 16 weeks or something.
I think it would be Lavia. If not, then it's going to be Carney Chukwuemeka.
But do you see why I'm not inspired? Because it seems like Caicedo, with
Lavia, if it's the LCF, if it's the LFC midfield. Then if it's the LFC midfield where we've got Lavia, Caicedo, Enzo, that's formidable.
But you ain't got the depth though.
Not over Man United. When I look at United,
Newcastle has the depth.
Stronger.
Yeah, name the first three.
Joe Ellington, Bruno Guimaraes, and Tonali. Where are we going from there?
Oh, I said there's more than that. Huh?
Well, Willock could be. Willock was on the bench, and so too was and Longstaff, who were their two top players.
Yeah. Okay, Willock and Longstaff. I give you Gallagher.
I'll exit. I can't lie.
Hang on,
Willock, Longstaff. Come on, man.
Who are you having? I'm having Newcastle's lot. The way they play.
You're taking Longstaff over who?
Either. Take your pick.
What you're taking Longstaff over Carney Chukwuemeka.
Yeah, because Chukwuemeka hasn't really done anything yet. He hasn't done anything yet.
You're taking Longstaff over Conor Gallagher.
Yeah, 100%. I'm going based on last season. By the way, I'm going based on like data that we got last year.
All right.
Listen,
you're going based on last season when Chelsea finished 12th and Newcastle finished 4th. That's what you're going based on.
No. Because listen, Oscar, I would easily have Enzo ahead of like a Longstaff or Joe Willock, right? We get the point. We get the picture.
But get the point about Conor Gallagher.
Why should I? Why should I?
He won Palace Player of the Season.
Yeah, so he's had a good season at Palace, and after that, you lot
His
call him a
last
dog.
start-
You lot
his
call
last
him
start-
dog, Gallagher.
He's a dog. He's a dog. What do we call Longstaff? What do we call him?
A superb player for Newcastle United.
No. When you see Matty Longstaff, you say, which one are you?
No. Sean. We know about Sean.
Exactly. I
We
don't
know
know.
about
I
Sean.
don't even know which one they sold and which one they kept. I don't know.
But Oscar, Sean Longstaff played. Anyway, Newcastle fans will tell. Sean Longstaff played tremendously last season for them. He played brilliantly.
Whichever one is still there, he was a good player last season.
And Newcastle finished 4th. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were good value for money.
Yeah.
But yeah, after that, it's a toss up, really. You know, Man United, Liverpool just don't have a DM. It's so frustrating because a DM and Liverpool get brought into this top 4 conversation in terms of the best midfielders, right? Brighton have a fantastic midfield, by the way. I don't know if people have paid attention. That midfield is crazy. And you're just like, where the hell are they buying these players from? Where are they picking them up from? Villa's midfield, you know, if Tottenham tune it right, Bentancur, Maddison, and Basuma should be superb. It should be. If it's tuned right, it should be superb. But here we go.
Can we talk about Maddison a little bit? Can we move on to that game?
Oh, Tottenham Hotspur, who was also at a game which was delayed. Do we want to talk about that? Or are we just going to let that one go? We're going to let that one go.
Can we talk about the reason the game was delayed?
Let's talk about what's more of a howler. Yeah, Arsenal had a situation where the server went down. Right, it's an IT thing. No, wait there, because everyone's talking about tickets. Nothing to do with tickets, but we'll move on. Brentford had no running water in their stadium.
Guys,
are you joking me?
Guys, what do you mean? What is that?
Oscar, can I see what's worse?
No, Oscar. My first question is, how old is that stadium?
It's brand new.
2 years old.
It's a brand new stadium. Okay, and also,
guys, the architects who designed that stadium are still alive.
Oh yeah, live.
Bro, they're in their 40s. Never mind.
Guys, the people who designed flipping Craven Cottage, they're not here anymore. They're not here.
I Hudson was a teenager.
Oh my gosh.
How
rude that is.
No, guys, let's deep this here. They kicked off the game with no water.
Guys,
they
kicked
off the game.
Someone has to explain to me what was going on. So wait, man, they were going toilet, try to wash their hands. There's no water. Is that what was happening?
First of all, football fans are repugnant anyway. They don't wash their hands.
Yeah, but who's flushing?
Let's get out of the way.
Guys,
let's get out of the way right now.
If I tell you what I saw on the weekend, guys, you might never go to a game again.
Oscar, if I tell you what I saw at Wembley, guys, horrific scenes.
You might never go to a game again if I tell you what I saw.
And do you know how many people I know around me that have got COVID? It's outrageous. It's the spiking of the cench after Community Shield, guys. It was rife.
COVID is still around. COVID's like Ric Flair. It's just not. It's kicking out at 2. It's kicking out. Murad said it's quite clear. Oh, sorry, we moved on. Murad said the architects are still being paid in pounds.
In pounds. Listen,
once the invoices haven't cleared yet. That's how new the stadium is.
The invoice is not even paid. It's not even been brought in yet. Do you know them ones?
They're without running water.
Oscar, listen, do you know what that means? Yeah. So if you want to get a drink, nothing for you. If you want to go for by the way, they probably had a buy one get one free offer at Brentford, right? So people are going to be pissing out of their guts, okay? And there was no water going into that toilet. Never mind the toilet bowl. There's no water coming into that.
But what I don't understand is, but surely, if the water is not running in the stadium, surely the best thing to do would be to start the game, right?
I get what you're saying because they'll be seeing.
I get it. I hear that.
If you postpone the game, then everybody's just going to be around. People are going to go toilet. People are going to want water. Surely, if you start the game, then everybody just gets to the stadium and watches.
I get what you mean, but it's not safe.
Yeah, true.
It's just not safe.
It's not safe. It's not hygienic.
It's not hygienic.
Because people still go to the toilet.
Here's the thing, Oscar. Here's the thing. They kicked off the game when the water was not back on yet. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? They kicked off the game anyway, and I think the water came back like 12 minutes later. Like at the end of the day, like here we go, innit? Here we go. This game was full of shenanigans.
This weekend.
I don't know if you saw banking with Nationwide blood. What's it called? This weekend as well, in that same game,
Which
did
is
anybody
why-
see what Ange Postecoglou was furious about?
No.
So Spurs made 3 substitutions, right? Or 3.
Yeah.
They made substitutions on 3 separate occasions, which is the limit. Now Christian Romero went down and was told to be subbed on a concussion sub.
Yeah.
Now Christian Romero didn't want to come off because he was like, "Look, I'm fine, I'm Chris." But then they didn't register it as a concussion sub. So when it came to making the fourth attempt of a sub, Andrew was stopped in his tracks and he was like, "No, you can't make that sub. You've already made your 3 times. You've had your 3 goes." And
He
he's
had
like,
a
"What are you talking about?"
concussion.
He's got a concussion, mate. We got to let him on.
He's bloody concussed.
Can I just say, even as an Arsenal
Why
fan,
no?
I am.
Why? You got to do
here.
something about this.
Oscar, I am here for Ange Postecoglou is one of the funniest managers in the league. Get ready, guys. Drink it in. His press conferences are funny. He's a funny guy.
Pete, I watched this.
Okay, it's random one actually.
Right?
I heard Viduka and Luka Modric are cousins.
Huh?
I said Postecoglou just reminded me of Australian and Croatian. And,
Mark Viduka and Modric are what cousins?
I heard that. I don't know where I heard it from. If it's cap
That's
or-
fake news. That's just fake
Why
news.
does it make sense though?
It makes sense because Viduka is not an Australian name. Let's get that out of the way. And as a kid, it blew my mind for years. I couldn't
Viduka.
understand how you be called Viduka. The thing is, it
Viduka.
sounded Australian, but it clearly wasn't Australian.
Yeah.
Mark Viduka.
I was watching the post match, yeah, and they were like to Ange, oh, why did you make the decision to take off Romero? And he said, I'm not going to take that risk.
Oh, what a guy! What a guy!
The Australian accent
Ange is going to kill me.
beautiful.
But guys, can we talk about this? Yeah. So Romero goes up for the header. Yeah. Obviously, Head's my man. Head's gone down. He's getting his time out. Blah, blah, blah. Game plays on. Game resumes. Yeah. Spurs have a free kick. Maddison, guys, did you see the venom that Maddison whipped this ball? I looked at that and I said, bro, I'd be afraid to put my head on that. Man's just had a concussion.
Maddison said,
Pull
I
it head
am
off.
here. Listen, guys, he said, I'm here to play, okay? Don't mess me about. I'm here to play. That
Oh my
free
God.
kick, Oscar.
Crazy.
Oh,
That
and the thing
free
is,
kick was powerful.
that was
It's like
outrageous.
he had the game break on FIFA Street.
Yeah, bro. He said he's taking out his frustrations of getting relegated last season, and
This guy said, no, I'm here.
Brentford,
And
you can have it.
he looked good, boy. He looked good.
Murad has done the history. He says the Nukas
And
are
here's the
Croatian.
thing.
Their relation starts at their grandparents.
Listen, him and Modric are not cousins, bro. Allow me. They're not cousins, bro. But what's it called? Oscar, what about Madison's assist for the goal? I mean, again, sumptuous free kick.
Didn't he get fouled? Oh, we're talking about the first one. Yeah.
The free kick, and then
The
straight
bullet
into
train.
the
Yeah.
bullet train into Sergio. Was it Christian Romero again? You know, it was one of those. It's a match made.
That's what I'm saying. Putting your head on that after a concussion is crazy.
It's a
Madison-
shame Harry Kane left, you know, because
Let's talk about it, guys.
Let's talk about it. He's gone to the Bundes.
Let's
No,
go.
wait 1 second. Before we get into it, right? So James Madison wore the number 10 shirt already. Now,
Yeah.
correct me if I'm
Why
wrong.
not?
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Kane would have already had the number 10 this season, wouldn't he? Because we are talking like he left
Yeah.
Friday. He left Friday. Okay, right? The match day news is the Premier League are aware of your numbers.
It wasn't
okay?
announced. It wasn't announced until Saturday.
So
Yeah, no,
where-
so the numbers are still provisional.
What number was Madison wearing on Friday? That's what I want to know.
Yeah,
That's what I want to know.
I'm sure Tottenham released numbers and he got something.
And the thing is,
There's kids running around North London
No.
with Madison shirts with the wrong number.
What 18?
Something like that.
and Kane shirts. There's kids walking around with Kane shirts.
Yeah, but that's hold that. Like I said, let me not be up.
Are you one of them? Yeah. Are you one of them?
Listen, do you know what? I did the maddest thing. I actually followed Harry Kane on Twitter for the first time in my whole life. I said, he's free. I need to follow him.
Actually, do you know what? Yeah.
Twitter's a good place to follow him because it's the only place you can understand what he's saying.
Hey. Can I just say this? Now I can get this off my chest. Oh, Harry Kane is a fantastic player. What a baller.
Hey.
World class.
He is world class.
He's
He is
world class.
unbelievable.
Oh,
This
I
guy
love
is
him.
one of
Do you know
the
what,
best
Peter?
finishers I've ever
You've been
seen.
holding
in the
that for
football
how
league.
long have you been
Listen,
holding
guys.
that?
No,
How
listen.
long have you been holding that statement?
Go back and watch the compilations of his goals. Go watch his assists. This guy is an elite level striker. One of the best to ever do it. One of the best to ever grace us in the Premier League. The goals, the type of goals, the heading, the penalties, the kicks from outside the box, inside the box, left, right, left foot, left, right foot. The weight of pass for the assist. I mean, he was Tom Brady, and then he was frigging Odell Beckham, to get the touchdown at the end. Now here we
Champions
go.
League, Varane! He scored 1-0.
Champions League. All right.
So
I take it.
The all-important question.
Who's this? Bruno?
Who got the assist?
I actually did not see. I'll let you know in a second. I'll let you know in a second.
I swear, if it's a back pass or it's like it's flinged off a defender.
Oh, bloody hell. Who's this?
Is it Bruno Fernandes?
No. Oh, it's the right back, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, as the English people like to say.
I think I played
Bissaka.
Next thing I think Aaron Wan-Bissaka gets far too much stick,
I know he's been tidy the last couple of games, but yeah, there's been a breakthrough at Old Trafford.
What's the minute?
It is on the 75th minute, 1-0 to Manchester
It's
United.
kind of a late one still.
Leaving it a little tad late, too late for some Man United liking.
I know. Oh, essential. But like I said, Peter, before we started, just give me the 3 points. I mean, get on the board. Get on the board. That's all I want to say.
But yeah, let's eulogize England's number 9. I mean, he's a phenomenal striker. Listen,
phenomenal.
Have you heard that?
Peter, answer my question. When did you think that he was world class? What, you couldn't say it because he played for Spurs. When did I need think? To know. Because I remember the first season when he came out, you said 1 season wonder.
Yeah,
I will never forget.
You want to know when I said it then? Are you ready? Are you ready for me to answer your question? When the soles of his feet landed in Munich and he descended from the EasyJet flight, okay? Because he wasn't getting good the first time. The EasyJet flight, and he landed.
He fully had a private jet. That's the funniest thing.
Do you know when I knew he was world class? When Kane took off the mask against Arsenal. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Took off the mask, dashed it. I said, yeah, this guy's serious.
Have you heard him say? Have you heard him try to speak German? No, guys.
I made him try to speak English first of all.
No, but the German. I don't know what it is, but this whole transfer for Kane, I've been watching. I said, he's actually gone. He's left London and he's gone to Munchen.
Here's one thing we got to say.
He's drinking Pauliner.
Love a Pauliner.
There's a few things we need to address before we get serious. Okay, first of all, Bayern Munich's home kit repugnant. What the hell is going on?
The third kit.
The white one is the home one, guys.
No. It's the third. That's the Champions League kit. So they still got the red and white. The one that they wore when they got the one they lost 3-0 to Leipzig.
Listen,
that's the Champions League third kit.
You can forgive me for getting mistaken because they were parading him in that kit. You know what I'm saying?
I think that kit's lame. I like it.
It's repulsive.
Because he did a graphic where he had all three. He had the first shirt and he took it off, and the second shirt and he's gone. He had all three.
The red and white is the actual home kit. With the
have you seen one of the papers in Germany that says the Kane curse has arrived in Munich? We're not winning the title this year. Holy smokes! Yeah. I'm but
Bayern needed him when they were 2-0 down. It's like, and then listen, I have not sat down to watch a Bayern Munich game in God knows how long. I only watched them in Champions League. I sat down. I said, this midfield, what they do?
Oscar,
what's it called? Kimmich. Oh, Kimmich.
You see what I mean, though? You see what I mean? Because apparently
Kimmich.
For Liverpool,
I thought Kimmich was gone, you know. I thought Kimmich was already gone. So when I saw him, I said, he's not been sold.
Bro, hey, Klopp, man, do your thing. Talk to your boy.
The thing is, though, because we asked about Kimmich last season, and he said, you're not in the Champions League, so I don't know. So
who does Kimmich think he is?
Yeah.
But 10 times bigger than Bayern. He used to sort himself out. But what's it? Apparently Manchester United are in for Benjamin Pavard.
Yeah, what's that about, man? I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this.
He's a good player,
So,
but he
the
just
thing is,
doesn't. I don't excite me.
I don't know because like I said, I watched Bayern on Saturday. I was like, yeah, I need to see Kane in action when he's a free man now. So but he didn't play until the 80th minute, so only 10 minutes of Kane. But yeah, I was watching Pavard, and it's like I don't know if he wants to be there because he looks at the crowd every time he got the ball. They were booing him. It was like giving like passes away. It was like he didn't look good, and I'm like, he's a right back that's being forced to play centre back, and I don't know if that's what we need.
Yeah, it's an interesting one there. I don't know. Like, I hope Pavard is a flop and Man United pay over the odds for him. Like, I just hope, because when I saw him linked, I thought, oh damn it, that's probably a half decent defender there.
Because what you call it? When I saw him from 2008 Pavard, the 2018 Pavard, I'm taking him all day. Not a problem. But yeah,
I don't think he's a difference maker for United. I'll be real.
No,
yeah, just depth is a player to have, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just like depth. Like, United are gonna do what United do. Like, it ain't really
Hey, Oscar,
gonna be-
random one. I've just seen the Champions League badge on your kit there. What? No number on it.
it's because you didn't want it.
You
When you
only
win it, you get that badge.
when you win it, you get this badge. But then when you win, I think 3, you get the number. No, yeah, I think
You get the number.
3.
You get the
And-
number only if you win it 3 times in a row or number 5.
or 5. Yeah. So
Yeah.
if like AC Milan have it, they'll
Yeah.
have a 7 or something.
So that's why only Ajax. That's why Ajax has 4 because they won 3 in a row, but they
And
haven't
Pete,
won it 5 times.
If you win the Club World Cup, you get this badge as well.
I've seen
Yeah,
that badge.
I've seen that
I've
before.
seen that badge. I've seen that badge with my
Yeah.
chest.
No, but we have to let Peter know how these things work.
First of all, Oscar, hang on. Before you come out and have a go at my club, yeah, can you even buy your kit this season?
Hmm.
On
Thank you very much.
the 16th of August, I will be able to buy it.
Wait, what?
You've played in the kit already. You've played in it. You can't buy it, guys.
available for
Wait.
retail.
Why can't you buy your kit?
Guys,
Like, why can't you buy
guys,
your kit?
the
What's
fans
going on
can't buy
there?
their kit now. So every fan at the ground yesterday all wore last season kit.
No.
And
I said hella autographs in the crowd, to be fair. It makes sense now.
they're retro kits, but they're vintage.
Right.
And if you got the Premier League app, guys, you can't see what Chelsea's second or third kit is. It's just blank. It's white. It's all white. Drop me
Look,
out.
Anywho,
while you guys were sorting out
back
kit
to
deals, we were sorting out player deals, right? We was getting Caicedo in the door. How about that?
Boom.
oh,
What's that
fantastic.
saying?
Alright.
Two people are doing fashion.
Yeah, back to Kane. How do you think he's gonna do at Bayern?
Harry Kane, Harold.
Mhm.
Lewandowski.
Can I tell you something?
I think it's saved Tuchel's career. That's what I think.
Can I tell you what? I don't care. I don't give a damn. I don't give a
Peter,
monkey.
Tuchel.
No. But
I don't
do you
give
know
a
what? Do you know what I want?
I couldn't
do you
give
know
a
what
monkey's
I
nutsack.
really
I
want?
tell you what,
More
if
than
I
half you.
had 2 bags
You know-
of dumps, I wouldn't give 1 bag. I wouldn't give 2 bags. I could not give a. Listen, you will find me watching the Dutch league before I watch any friggin' Bundesliga. I'm not even gonna call it Bundesliga. Okay,
Do you know why? Do you know why Peter's gonna watch Harry Kane? Do you know why?
because he'll be at the Emirates.
in the group stage.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, the booze he's gonna get. Oh my
Oscar,
goodness.
our biggest, you know that the biggest cheer we got is we don't have to see him in the North London derby getting his customary goal ever again. He's got 20 North London derby goals, something outrageous like that.
He's
No,
the
it's
greatest
something-
goal scorer in the
it's
history of the fixture.
scandalous.
He's
Is that legit?
No, I think he's got like 10 or 11 North London
He's the
derby goals.
greatest goal scorer in the history of the fixture.
He's got outrageous numbers, and I was like, you know what? Thank God we ain't got to worry about that. Then I realized we are pot 2, they are pot 1. Okay, we could easily get them in the group stage.
Wait,
Easily.
does England have this much pull? How on earth are you not pot 2?
Because you've
no.
got kicked
That
out.
confused me. That's
Juve
what
got
confused
kicked
me.
out.
I was like, hold on, how are Arsenal pot 2? Should be pot 3 by now. It's been that long.
Listen, listen, guys. We're looking at a situation where we could have 5 teams in the Champions League next year purely on the basis if
No,
we
we
make
will.
last 8.
No, we will. It's in the
I heard
Premier League
it
and La
was
Liga.
the last
We'll get
8.
5 teams.
Look at
The
Mirad
Premier League and La
asking.
Liga will get the 5th team for the first season in 2024.
Mirad is asking nonsense questions. He said, "Who is the top scorer now in the North London derby?"
Hey, Saka's got hella goals, man.
Nobody cares who the current top goal scorer is. No one's ever asked that question. No one ever cares. You care all
but
time.
wait,
You care about all time, right?
Oh my gosh!
When it was Kane.
Oh my gosh!
Living la vida loca.
Andre Onana has saved us 3 times in a row. Flipping it.
10 times at Old Trafford.
Yeah,
And by the way,
85th minute. 85th minute.
They're saying you're on the ropes. I can't lie.
Oscar, to Nave's point, respect the Eredivisie. Listen, I'm all over the Eredivisie.
Hey,
Are you joking?
respect the Eredivisie.
When I said I'd rather watch the Eredivisie, I meant it. I ain't watching no Bundesliga. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to watch Vitesse Arnhem against Heerenveen.
Tuesday night, Ali McCoist.
Oh, go ahead, Eagles,
He flew all the way to Munich, but he's back home in North London. Harry Kane, 1-0 Bayern Munich. I can't.
We need to avoid them, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Give us
on Harry Kane, no, I'm happy for him, man, because
I'm so happy for him. I
don't know how to feel for him, to be honest. If I was him, do you know what? I think he's just definitely disappointed that no English team came for him, which I think is a scandal that nobody came for him.
Do you know what I think it is? I think David Levy just said no. I think David Levy said no.
I don't agree. Nobody put the money. If you put the money, we clearly
but nobody wants to deal with 70 for Hoyland. Surely they've got another 30 for Harry Kane. Surely.
Listen, Man United should have paid 100 million for Harry Kane. It's an end of discussion. It's not even a question. Chelsea should have put 100 million.
Do you know what I think? Do you know what I actually think? Do you know when on the overlap, it's like Gary Neville was like Hoyland was bought to be the one to learn, and they wanted to buy Harry Kane. I genuinely feel.
I'm not sure about that. What 170 million? What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I genuinely feel we couldn't buy both.
No, but
I think it was ludicrous buying Hoyland. That's the problem. That's the reality of it. It was ludicrous. Yeah, when you got Kane there.
Yeah, Harry Kane.
But then I think, and that's why I said I don't think Levy was going to do it. I think Bayern paid 100 million euros. It's about 80 million. I think
this
it would have been
140
for us. I genuinely think it would have been 140 for us.
Shout out to Tottenham Tobes, yeah. You don't know Tottenham Tobes. He's been on the podcast before, but he was talking about this, and he was saying the way that Tottenham do business has meant they have this like no sell policy, as in they don't want to sell to West Ham, they definitely don't want to sell to Arsenal, they don't want to sell to Chelsea. For a player of Kane's quality, they weren't going to give him to Manchester United, but it hampers them so much because they can't buy from those clubs either. And then what happens is, you'll get Arsenal and Chelsea doing a Havertz deal. You'll get United and Chelsea doing a Mount deal. You'll get all of these teams working with each other to make themselves better. And Tottenham are always alleviated from that equation. They can't barter with teams because no one wants to work with Levy. And that's it. And I think United, of course, wanted Kane. Chelsea, of course, have wanted Kane for years. But the prospect of going head-to-head with Daniel Levy, he was going to bump you. You knew it. You knew it before you even entered negotiations. So what's the point?
Money talks, man. You put the money down. If you think Kane's going to be the man to give you in the title race, guess what? You pay 130 million, 140, whatever the case may be. It's Harry Kane, guys. We're not talking about...
Did you hear the sentence you just said? Did you hear the sentence you just said? You said, if you think Kane's the man to give you the title race.
I mean, United are not in the title race, but if they got Kane, they're very much in there.
But yeah, but you don't pay 130 to get a title race. You pay 130.
What I'm saying is for them to be in the conversation, to have a
conversation at least.
For them to be in the conversation, that's the surgery Man United need. And also, Chelsea should have been in there for him. Because if Chelsea get Harry Kane, you're in the title race straight away. Like, we're not haggling about players that we think might do it.
Maybe you know what, though?
This guy is a beast. He's got 250 Premier League goals. Sorry,
quickly on Chelsea. Yeah. How they've got away with FFP, I don't know.
Football's Ben.
I don't know how they've done it. Because how is the Premier League changing the rule for next year to avoid what Chelsea are doing now?
How you got that nice laptop you're watching us on? How you got that fan in the background? How you got them curtains?
He doesn't have to regulate FFP.
How are you keeping afloat, Robin?
Oscar, he pays his taxes.
How are you keeping afloat?
I pay my taxes.
He pays his taxes.
He does pay his taxes.
Everybody watching.
Chelsea already watching.
Oscar, when your cards were frozen, they all laughed. They all laughed. No, I saw not 1 ounce of sympathy. They were saying Chelsea was going down, and people were rejoicing.
People are wondering how we got money. Robin, take a look at your number 7 today. No shots on target. No chances created. That's our money.
Do you know what I also think about is that what you call it? Chelsea's selling has been fantastic as well.
Oh, sensational. We don't get no credit for that.
No, it's been fantastic because they've got rid of a lot of dead wood. Mostly
All
to the
for
Saudi
profit.
Pro League.
Oh, guys, the only player,
Mostly-
there's only a handful of players that we have not made a profit on. Majority of ourselves have been academy players, and we've like 100% profit on. We've basically made our money back on Kai Havertz. We made a profit on, again, Mount being an academy player. Like
7 minutes added time. 7 minutes. Ugh.
Right.
These new rules, I hate them.
I love it, man. Give me more football. I love it.
Listen, Kane's doing his thing. He's off, and there's a new era for Tottenham who've made Son the captain and James Maddison the vice captain with Christian Romero. Hilarious.
Son's decline
Yeah, Son being captain is
Speaking of Southampton.
By the way, hang on. Murad made this point here. I definitely agree, Oscar. One sec. I definitely agree.
Whoa.
Throw a dart. Throw a dart in the front. I agree.
I won't lie. I also should have put in a wild bid for him and see what happens.
Throw the dart. See where it lands. Like Kane. Listen, guys. Kane was available to the masses. End of. He was not signing a new deal at Spurs. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. You know them way there. And Bayern Munich, who really weren't really thinking about Kane until probably this year when they realized actually we haven't replaced Lewandowski yet. We need a striker. Who's on the market? Oh, him. All right, I bring him in. Do you know what I mean? Like, anyway, whatever.
No, but it's just weird. Like the whole transfer window has been so weird. Why is England's captain in Germany? I don't get it. But he is.
And why is Neymar in Saudi Arabia?
Guys, listen. I love Neymar. I think he's one of the best to ever do it. I am so annoyed at this transfer.
Yeah.
Why?
Because
Why?
It just to me feels like you had the potential to be the next, if that makes sense. After Messi, after Ronaldo, guess what? It was you. You were the one. You were the one. You went to PSG.
But for many years he was.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
He should still be the one right now.
He should still be the one. We shouldn't have skipped him.
Wait.
We are skipping him.
No. Let's not bum lick here because Neymar, as in terms of faithful servant, how many games do you think he plays a season at PSG? I'll say now. I never see him post February. I never see him after February. Let's have that right. So yes, servant, and we love him and adore him and whatever else. But really and truly, right? He stopped playing for PSG. He stopped playing at some point of the season.
In fairness to Robin, though, I think that's part of his point. Like the disappointment of his career is all of that. It's the injuries. It's some of the off the field antics, even though I think they are very much overblown. And then it's the fact that quite clearly they have made the wrong choices in handling his career. Going to PSG was just not the right move for him, and never got the best of who we see his potential becoming. And you guys are forgetting, this guy is 31 years old. Like, he should still be in his prime years. Yeah. Like, you look at the other 31-year-olds right now, they're making big moves. They're doing it. And I think part of this is this weird situation where he makes too much money to go to a club that can't afford him. Do you know what I mean? Like, he could still do a job for a top Champions League level team. He could still be trying to, you know what I mean? I heard apparently he was offered to Chelsea, and Chelsea turned him out.
Oh my gosh. We have an idiot on the pitch.
What's happened?
We have a pitch invader, which is not going to add more time. And he's literally ran. He's literally ran and stopped Wolves' attack, if that makes sense.
Wow.
Yeah. He's literally ran and stopped Wolves' attack.
Wow. Oh dear. Whilst those proceedings are happening, can I ask guys in the panel, how many? If you've been playing at PSG for 6 seasons, how many games do you think you've played in the league? Bear in mind, it's about 38 games a season. I say about. There's 38 games a season.
Nearly. I want to say that over 200. You should play over 200.
So over 200, you would say. What about the rest of the panel? Yeah. What do you guys think?
200 is harsh. I'd say 150.
No,
okay, 150.
No, 200. Because remember, imagine the max you can play is roughly about 60 games a season, which PSG normally do. Because
I'm talking about the league.
The league alone. Yeah, okay, there's 150.
How long has he been about 5 years?
150. Yeah. He's been there 6 years, 6 seasons. Well, 2017 to 2023, it says here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's put it this way. When he was at Barcelona, he was there for 4 years. He did 123 league appearances. He's done 6 years at PSG. He did 112.
Yeah.
There, my honor, my lord. I rest my case.
How many goals though? How many goals?
He got, to be fair, it's outrageous. 82 goals in 112 games. Fantastic.
How many assists?
Say again.
How many assists too?
I don't know about the assists. I ain't got that in front of me. I'm sure it's hella. Listen, he's a beautiful player. Lovely to watch.
Fantastic, brother. I think it's a real shame. It's a real shame. I thought he had one more move left in him, you know. But
yeah, he did, and nobody in England could prepare to do the bag. They all fumbled it. Anyone in England could have.
No, so do you know what I read today is that everyone was offered, a thing, offered him, but the wages are too high.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense for 31-year-old. The wages, the fee.
Fair enough.
The injury.
Oh no.
Peter, load up your agenda.
There's a penalty at Old Trafford.
Talk to me.
Penalty at Old Trafford.
Let Robin eloquently and beautifully.
So Onana went for the ball. The player jumped in, collision, and he missed the ball. So they're giving it as a penalty. So
this is game number 1, yeah?
Game number
Match
1.
day 1. Okay. Where's Onana from?
Cameroon. Are you bringing back the agenda?
I just asked where he was from. I just wanted to double check he wasn't French.
This is Stonewall penalty. What's happening? Is there VAR? What's going on?
Stand by. VAR. It's coming back.
The man must say Stonewall.
So he's gone to see the penalty. So in his ear, he's been told penalty, if that makes sense. And now he's going to check it VAR. Stand by. I'll let you know.
The ref never gave it.
So the ref was going to give a penalty, and now he's going to check it, if that makes sense.
Huh? I'm confused. Did the ref give the penalty or not?
So the ref gave the penalty.
Yeah.
So he stopped it, thought about it, penalty. So they were going for the penalty, and now he's got in his ear VAR. So he's going to check it.
So talk us through it. What's the contentious decision here? What's happening?
So Onana went for the ball. So it's literally 2 players went for the ball. Onana missed it, but he collision. No penalty. No pen. No pen.
What's the reasoning?
So the reasoning is that
what's the point of contention here? The people that are saying it's a penalty and the people that are not.
So basically, Onana missed the ball, but obviously collided with the player mid-air, and the player went down. So they were saying penalty. So that's why it's like, okay, but the referee said it's just 2 people gone for the ball, so no pen. So Onana wasn't malicious in his sense, if that makes sense.
What the? He just cleared the man out. I don't care about his heart.
Yeah, is it?
So VAR overruled the penalty decision.
Wow. No, he said go look again, and then the referee said no pen. So
4 people are saying, you know, in our chat here are saying Stonewall. My timeline is saying, how did Man United get away?
Oh, yeah, of course. But guys, Murad makes the fantastic point. Where are they playing this game?
Old Trafford.
Oh,
guys! I don't make the rules. I thought.
Who's the head of VAR this year? Is it Howard Webb?
I swear they hired the guy back who fumbled it last year.
I don't know. I just know that Mike Dean left.
I'm seeing a screenshot. It looks crazy.
Yeah, so listen, 2 people have gone for the ball. Onana's missed, and it clattered him.
You know what? It's one thing. Yeah. It's one thing. Yeah, if
it's not like Onana actually went for it, like went and actually punched the brother.
It's one thing. It's one
guys,
thing.
I've seen this is awful.
It's one thing if the referee doesn't give a penalty and then he's told to look at VAR and he still says no penalty. But the fact that he gave the penalty and they feel like it was a howler of a decision. That's got to be interesting. And yet everybody's like, this is a howler. This is a stinker. Anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
My whole like timeline
is saying, don't blame. I won't say, obviously, I don't control the refs and all that stuff. But I'm saying that Onana didn't go and literally like punch the player. He went for the ball. He missed.
Did the referee, Robin, in your opinion, did he bottle it? Did the referee bottle it? Considering he gave the penalty.
There's a case. There's a case for a pen. I will say that. Okay. There is a case.
Cool.
So
right,
it's a 50-50 in my opinion.
Okay, cool, Leo.
Yeah, right. No, I've just seen a clip. It's a penalty.
It's a 50, bro. It's a 50 plus 50. Keep in mind 50-50. It's 100.
Full time though, right?
It's full time. 1-0. Manchester United, 3 points on the board.
They got the 3 points. Okay.
Very, very lucky. I will actually say, other than that, man of the match, you have to give it to Onana. He saved us in the second half. Bloody hell. He saved us in the second half. Fantastic goalkeeper. I'll tell you that. We've got one.
Right.
I like it. But yeah, work needs to be done.
All right.
Guys, I don't understand what reasoning could VAR possibly give it to overturn that.
They told the referee he made the wrong call. What the hell, man?
Yeah.
The referee who saw it with his own eyes, they came to him and said no.
Wow. Sounds like Man United escaped this one. Right.
Yeah, no, it is. We did escape. I can't lie to you. I was like, I
want to load my justice for the Gea agenda. Flips.
Right. Okay, here we go.
Listen, Onana saved us escape. Good goalkeeper.
Right, let's wrap up. Okay. Burnley lost 3-0 at home to Manchester City, to the champions City.
He's back. And he's like he never stopped.
Haaland took 4 minutes.
Guys, interesting from our debate last week. It seems that Foden can start a game when De Bruyne is on the pitch.
Okay.
Well, De Bruyne won't be there much longer. That's all right. De Bruyne's already down and out. That's all right. That was quick. Sheffield United 0, Crystal Palace 1. Good to see Palace back in football, playing their football and doing their thing with 25 shots on goal. Roy Hodgson wanted to deck man, like the South London man that he is, because Matt Lowe tried to give man a punch to the gut. Who does he think he is? Brighton and Hove Albion, we didn't touch on them, but they beat Luton 4-1. Brighton looking good.
But boy, if that's how Luton are going to perform in the course of the season.
Yeah, no, I was about to say. I was like, is it Brighton looking good? Or is it Luton?
Listen,
welcome to the
Luton, bro. It smelled, boy. It
smelled. Bro, I'm in the barbershop watching the game, yeah? I'm seeing Dunk passing it to Van Heck bringing the ball. I'm like, who the Van Heck is this? What the heck? I kid you not, it was like the 50th, it was like the 53rd minute. It was so pedestrian. It was like Luton were already down. I've never seen anything like that. So, let's not even get into the Howlers. But
you know why I've given him man of the match, Onana. All the United players are hugging his brother, saying thank you.
It's match day 1. Hell, you got plenty of time to hug him, mate. It's match day 1.
17 left.
Imagine.
But yeah, Bournemouth fantasy points. I'll take that.
Bournemouth won, West Ham United won as well. You know, West Ham, it was a team I looked at where they had no new signings. And I was like, what's going on here? There's not one new signing that started. But of course, they've signed James Ward-Prowse. Yes, they have signed Alvarez.
Yes, they have. The Ward-Prowse zone is back. Let's go.
I'm not right. I think Alvarez is a good signing. Did you see how they announced Ward-Prowse?
Lovely. What, the golf ball? The West Ham golf ball?
It's put the T. On the park there. Brilliant.
Nice.
It's fantastic. Nice. Delicious.
I reckon 80% of the reason why
he
came up.
Reveal over the
Burnley's unmatched at the minute. Burnley have been on fire.
I can't lie.
Guys, Burnley's social media team is the greatest social media team
and it's surprising for such a club.
In football.
It's for them. It was like, look, we're in a championship. We got to do something to be relevant. Like, we got to cook. We got to do something.
Their social media team is just on smoke.
It's on fleek, bruv. And as you said, Manchester United 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. Oscar, I want to know who the goal of the week contender is.
Goal of the week. I'm gonna
goal of the week.
There were some good goals.
I've got one already. There's been fantastic goals. I've already got one already.
I was going to go with Bukayo Saka.
It's a strong shout there, Oscar. It's a strong
shout.
Strong one.
Do you know what? For me, it was Friday night. The machine, his second goal. Erling Braut Haaland.
What was his second goal?
He said the machine.
Bins. I looked at him and I said, you're unreal. You're unreal.
Left foot top bin.
Left foot top bins. After the flick around, turn around, bang.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like Isak had a good goal as well. He scored
a fantastic,
lovely goal. He's a baller. I love him. I love the way he's
got. He's got one more. If he carries on like this, and the thing is, no one knows what he's doing. But as soon as he balls on the Champions League, everyone's got his eye on him. So I think he's got 1 to 2 years And then
Yeah.
he's off.
Crazy, man. It's crazy because remember Arsenal were really in for him before he went Newcastle. How crazy would that would a signing have been?
Oh, could you imagine if he was at the Emirates, blood? What?
Because remember, he was Haaland before Haaland.
Man, a twine.
Yeah, people were talking about him a
They were
lot.
talking
He was
about him
at
a lot.
16 in Sweden. He went to Dortmund.
You know what's the funny thing? He doesn't look. You forget. I keep thinking he's like what, French? No, he's Swedish. Where did this
Yeah,
come
man.
from?
Yeah.
Show some respect to the East
Scandinavian.
Africans, man. Hey, he's East African, bro. He's one of us. You know what I'm saying? He's one of
Yeah,
us.
man. Balotelli's 11-12 premises says is Haaland. He agrees with Robin.
It was disgusting. I said, this is unfair. I was like, this what? Why? Why is he here?
Yeah.
This,
I'm gonna give it to. Let me think. I'm gonna give it to Isak. I would give it to Bukayo Saka, but I think Isak on this one. It was a
Isak's
lovely one.
finish was naughty, man. You can't
It was a
complain.
delicious
Fantastic.
finish. I like cute finishes, man. I love a cute finish. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's my. Who's your vote, AD?
I didn't know you was into the Scandi things.
I would have gone Saka.
Listen, the Scandinavian striker season apparently.
All right then. That is so.
Peter said he loves a cute finish. I said, swear on.
Yeah, boy. I saw you, cuz. Although I don't think are they technically Scandinavian? Anyway, where are we? Bukayo Saka wins the goal of the week. Who's the player of the week, guys?
Can I go on this one?
Yes, Oscar, and I'm gonna second your pick. Go for it.
Fantastic. This person was born on the 22nd of March, 1994.
Huh?
We're taking it a different way. We're taking it a different way, guys.
94.
This man,
So what is he? 29.
94.
Oh, you got a Craig Bellamy, but you've gone round the goalkeeper.
I have, but you'll see why. This guy's a Northwest Londoner, born in Hendon. Big up him. He started his career at Boreham Wood. You know, growing up in Hendon, it's not too far.
Big up. Yeah, big up.
Then, you know, had a brief stint at West Ham. Made one appearance in the 2013-14 season, where that was in the League Cup, so he didn't get a taste of the Premier League action. But it would all come full circle very soon. In 2014, he played 21 games in the Conference Premier for Luton Town, where they were promoted to League Two, and he played 4 seasons in League Two up until 2018, when they were promoted to League One, still at Luton Town. He continued and got promoted straight away from League One into the Championship. And after 4 seasons in the Championship, this man has made the triumphant move into the Premier League and has become the first and only player in Premier League history to play in the top 5 leagues of English football and make it to the Premier League. Ladies and gentlemen, he started the game on Saturday for Luton Town, and my player of the week has to be Pelly Roddick Mpanzu from Luton Town. What a boy. What a man.
We'll congratulate him. Yeah, we'll congratulate him.
Well,
However,
but he doesn't get it.
Oh,
He doesn't get it.
we can't let this slide. And it's not even because somebody's been better than him this weekend. It's not even any other. I'm not even going to go that far. Did you see the mistake he made? Oscar,
That's what I'm saying. I was like, hold on. It's a lovely thing, but did you see what he did?
On a week to bring up all these accolades, and rightly so. Listen, today is not that day because the mistake he made was diabolically shocking. It was awful. And it sent Brighton on their way because once they saw that mistake, Brighton said, "Oh, we gonna eat tonight. We gonna eat tonight. Wifey, don't put anything on the stove. We gonna eat tonight. Don't worry about that." That's what they said. So yeah, Oscar, you're a shameless guy. My player of the week is going to be Sandro Tonali. Sandro Tonali for me. Debut, rocks up at St. James's Park, goal, assist, flamboyant in the midfield, man of the match. He was superb. Comes off the streets of Milan, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing, blood. Big up Sandro Tonali. Anything Italian, you know, I'll be all over it.
I was going to give it to Isak. I'm giving it to Isak.
Isak's not a bad shout.
Yeah.
Double goals. Harvey Barnes, goal and assist. Say no more.
Did he?
Off the bench.
Yeah, off the bench, my friend.
And did everybody see how many people were throwing the arrow back at him?
You see the bald geezer?
Mate, there was two geezers. There was one that was topless, and the other one was clothed
that one.
because he was all giving it. This guy's already finished the arrow, and then he comes back with the arrow back. I was dying laughing. Brilliant scenes, Jeff.
Adrian, where did you think I was going?
I feel first of all, big up. I think that's a remarkable story. Like,
It's a phenomenal story.
Every step of the ladder with the same club, and Luton was a turbulent team as well. You know, like I'm sure they went through administration. There was times they weren't paying their players. They were training in the local park, so to sort of endure all of that turbulence. But I feel he was going for Enzo Fernandez. He was immense.
Enzo Fernandez was fantastic. He was by far Chelsea's man of the match. But come on, we drew the game. Like, we didn't even win.
It's a real recognized rule. Okay, so who gets the player of the weekend in everyone's opinion? Come on, let's wrap this up.
I said Isak.
You're saying Isak.
I've gone from Panzu, guys.
Oscar's gone for a shooting Panzu. AD?
I thought it would be wrong of me not to. It's not. Yeah, Oscar, man. I'll bet if you're down with it, man.
All right, and Panzu gets the player of the week.
I got to go Panzu, man. What a story! What a story!
You know what?
Very quickly.
Not that guy which goes around. Not that guy who can talk about anything. It doesn't have to be the week, but we don't have a good thing for just a nice story. Do you know what I mean?
It's an honourable mention.
It's a full good. That's not an honourable mention, you know.
Yeah. What's it called? Team of the week, real quick.
Team of the week.
Newcastle.
Right? Oh, Newcastle.
Because everyone was gassing up Villa before the season started, and
then it got pumped.
I was like, "Yo, this is gonna be a great tie," and it was, but for not the reasons I thought it would be.
Yeah, we have to give it to Newcastle. Hats off to them. 5-1 early doors. Newcastle United team of the week. Oscar's not that guy.
Oh, there's a few. There are a few.
Let's
Who
hear
was
it.
at Stockley Park today? Let's find that.
First question. Who's at Stockley Park? I don't really have a not that guy, to be fair. I don't have one this week.
So I've got a couple. So first of all, I'm still getting out of the head. First game, Saturday, lunchtime, 30 minutes, system failure.
Emi Martinez.
Not that guy. Emi Martinez should have got a red card, but he didn't.
How did Emi Martinez stay on the field? Honestly, the referees
why should he have got a red?
Oscar, did you see the challenge he did?
Did you see the challenge?
What, the one outside the box?
Way outside his box. Oscar. He did not want any part of the football. He wanted
but
to clatter.
That's not a red though. It was not a goal scoring opportunity from there.
It doesn't matter, Oscar. If I intentionally foul you, he looked at the man in his eyes and said, "I'm taking you down."
Yeah,
he
man,
took you down.
Without the ball, I don't give a damn.
Oscar, if that was a defender, if a defender did that to another player, attacking player, you're going down. Simple. It's a red card.
Brentford and their stadium, howler, no water, stinker.
No water.
And my last one for not that guy. I don't know. I should put it in the group chat. Ronald Araujo playing for Barcelona. The ball comes across him. He catches the ball in the middle of the field. What is he doing?
For no reason.
He just catches the ball. He should have been sent off. But he only got a yellow card.
Was that pre-season or was that league?
I should be sent
off. This was La Liga. He literally just catches the ball and stands there for no reason. How large?
What was wrong with the Burnley stewards? I know somebody ran onto the pitch, but what was the big deal?
Somebody threw something at
Rico Lewis, yeah. Was it like a lighter or something?
It was like a lighter or something.
To be fair, Burnley football fans, actually, let's have a conversation because the Premier League this weekend said that, you know what, we're going to start things off. We're going to take the knee. We're going to pay homage. What crowd did I hear booing the knee? Of course, Burnley. Booed the knee. First game, you're the opening day of this Premier League season, which should never be on a Friday, by the way. Let's just have it right. Should never be on a Friday.
Yes, it's a bit.
And they make the champions play then.
And the sky was getting dark. Oh, come on. Burnley fans, all you lot from Turf Moor, anyone near Turf Moor, anyone within that postcode or region, you're not that frigging guy or girl or whatever.
Do you know,
whatever confusion you've got.
I've always liked the idea of being a television presenter. I think it's a really cool job to have. But I was watching Sky. Thank you, man. Thanks. I was watching Sky Sports, and I saw before the game, Carragher and Neville were shooting from a pub in Burnley. I said I would not want to be there.
Well, you would want to be there, but
Yeah,
I think the Northern lads will be all right.
I was talking me specifically.
Yeah.
Do you know what I picture in Burnley? Just detached, semi-detached housing, boarded up, and there's a pub on every corner that's full of haggard, drunk men in at 11 a.m. And we're talking men all on walking sticks. All of them have a stick or a crutch. They've got nothing else going on.
Don't say the B word.
Let me tell you right now, when I get over to Burnley, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take pictures. If I go to Turf Moor away this season, I'm taking pictures. And I will show you.
Hey, Endo, that wasn't necessary. But wasn't necessary at all. Yeah. Baraka says that we're not the demographic that Burnley folks want.
Mind you, they got hella blacks in there now.
Yeah, I know. Companies brought them in.
I'm about to say mini comps.
Companies on that
brought them in, Company brought them in, boy.
Balotelli's 11-12 premises says they got a game on Wednesday. They got a Super Cup. I completely forgot this game existed.
They have to travel to Athens. They'll be up against Sevilla in Athens.
Nice for some. Hey, Sevilla must be in this on average over the past 10 years. Must be like 1 every 2, man. Surely.
Bro, listen, Spanish opposition. That is their cup. They are always in presence. Always.
Sevilla/Emery. Flipping heck.
I need somebody to check this stat out for me because I think it's fake news. But I've heard Eric Ten Hag net spend has spent more than Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool. I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
I don't think that's true.
Listen, I heard it twice on 2 different podcasts this week. I don't believe it's true. I don't believe it's true. But I heard it, so I thought I'd put it out.
Listen, I've heard a lot of things that I've said. I was like, this is not true.
Klopp's been at Liverpool for like 8 years. Has he got more of less of a net spend than Ten Hag? It's out friggin' outrageous. Could be true, but listen, it's outrageous. All right, guys.
There's a lot of things I said on the Twitter space.
Yeah, it's time to wrap up now anyway. Next week, I'll just talk about any big games that are happening. Friday night, we've got Friday Night Football again. It's Nottingham Forest at home to Sheffield United. I know nobody and their mum's going to watch that, but fair enough. It's there. Liverpool at home to Bournemouth. Big game there. Spurs taking on Manchester United at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Live on Sky Sports, 5:30. What's your predictions?
I think it will be... Well, we're at White Hart Lane.
You're at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Let's have it right.
Can't call it, you know. Can't call
I
it.
think it's a draw.
You're at the Armitage.
Yeah, I think it will be a draw.
Yeah, I think it should be a draw when you look at both teams. It should be a draw, but I think there'll be a winner in this. I do think there'll be a sneaky winner. There's no Kane though. Bloody hell.
There's no Kane. No, he's enjoying the Bavarian wonder side.
He's joining that Bratverse, bruv.
Mm-hmm.
How hilarious was it when he ran up to the referees trying to argue and he realized he could not say an ounce. He could not say a thing. To be fair, they understand English though. Let's have it right. It's not like
the Germans speak English, man. They
don't speak English, but you could tell at that point in that conversation they were speaking German. You didn't know what to say.
Yeah, fair dues.
Okay. What was Endo's weekly question?
Also, and then on guys, Saturday kickoffs, they are real. They're a real thing this season. Saturday, 8:00 kickoff on TNT Sports, Manchester City at home to Newcastle United.
Is it a rave?
What a game!
What a game that is, guys. Man City at home to Newcastle United. I didn't start.
I'm gonna be busy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's looking peak.
I'll go City win, but just.
Yeah, you have to go City win at home, isn't it? You have to go City win at home.
Oh, no Kevin De Bruyne.
No Kevin De Bruyne.
And Peter said Newcastle have a better midfield. So
then who? Then Man City. I didn't say that.
Yeah, without De Bruyne.
I didn't say that. What you just made that up?
Without De Bruyne, they got a better midfield.
No, I still go C's. What's the matter with you?
No, but you said to me Matty Longstaff.
Oscar, I said Newcastle have the third best midfield in the league.
And I took out City's best player. Now what?
It's still the best in the league. Second best in the
Still the
league.
best in the league.
Second best in the league. Second best. Arsenal go above without De Bruyne. Right. What game's looking tasty? So Villa are playing at home to Everton. By the way, I did mention Everton losing at home 1-0 to Fulham. Everton, goodbye, good night, God bless.
No, Peter, you didn't watch the game. Just got an agenda. They battered Fulham, bro.
I'm sorry. To stay in this league, I don't have an agenda. No. Listen, you can't have 25 shots on goal and not score one.
I mean, they did score.
No. You can't have Neil Maupay as your centre forward and think you're going to survive in this league.
Yeah,
How dare
right,
you?
right. No,
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, he used to be a Maupay stan, you know, until he burnt Leno. He used to be a Maupay stan. No pun intended.
Maupay sucks for years. He's been really bad, man.
Oscar, Chelsea are playing away at West Ham. 4:30 kickoff on Sunday.
I will be there, John. I will be there.
It's looking Memphis bleak there.
Every time I've gone to the West Ham Stadium, we don't win. So it could be me. It could be me. But guys, I will be eating Popeyes in the evening and I will be celebrating as a victor because Chelsea are going to the London Stadium and we're coming home with 3 points.
Wow.
Enzo Caicedo midfield.
Fans.
Oscar, it'll be a last minute James Ward-Prowse, 98th minute James Ward-Prowse.
Yeah, you know that's why he left. That's the only reason why he left Southampton, right? He wants that free kick record.
That's all he wants.
If Southampton stayed in the league, Ward-Prowse would have been there till he was 37, happily.
And finally, people.
Left hand side.
Hole in the wall.
It looks like a hole. It looks like a hole.
It's a lamp.
All right. And lastly, guys, Monday Night Football. When we're doing the podcast, you're gonna see your boy One Eye on Palace against the Arsenal.
Oh, you're not going down to Palace.
Well, I need to see if I can get a ticket. I want to go. I want to see if I can get a ticket.
Selhurst Park on a Monday night.
Listen, Norwood and Norwood Junction, all the areas are absolute hole on any given day.
You know what?
And then on Monday night,
I'm so sick of evening games when you've got work the next day.
Evening games suck. Let's have it right. They suck. They suck.
Listen,
all right, guys.
When you go traveling in Europe, you know you have to take an extra day off.
I don't want to see 2-2 Palace. How dare you?
By the way, guys, before we sign out tonight, right? How the butchers of the flipping crossbody Onana gives that Wolverhampton one.
No!
Say it again.
Do you know what made me laugh? Someone said it's Daniel Bryan. Someone said it's Daniel Bryan off the top rope. I couldn't laugh.
Wow. Yeah. Look, the commenters are talking. You're not at Selhurst Park, Pete? Listen, I'm trying to get there, man. I'm trying to be there. Pete, remember when you went to Selhurst Park for the women's final? Yeah, I did. It was shocking.
How can he say, do you remember when you went? He wasn't even there.
Listen, I'm hoping to go, Balotelli. I'm hoping to go again. But the thing is, it's the ground I've probably visited the most in terms of away ground. That shouldn't be right. Why am I visiting Selhurst Park more time than anywhere else?
I can't wait to see Pete. You'll be in the Allianz Arena soon. I'm telling you now.
Listen, guys, that European away, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Oscar, if only you lot were in the Champions League, it could have been hilarious, mate. You might have had a team and we might have had a team nearby, you know what I mean? Yeah, anyway. Oh, God.
Bro, man have got their first rollie. They're flexing on us. You haven't had it bust down yet. No,
I wasn't actually busting banter. I was actually being serious. Like, it could actually be a proper lash. Endo, as I said, I was saying, because he had a funny story of how fast. No, it was an utter disgrace. I actually won't cry if I miss this game. I won't cry.
And Endo had a question that you wanted to ask. I saw it.
Yeah, he always has an interesting question.
I saw it. He did ask it. Yeah,
it's about an abusive.
He says, Mandem. He says, Mandem. She's a 10, but she has anger issues.
Then we're not involved. You're not a 10 anymore. Yeah, it's as simple as that.
She look beautiful at your funeral.
I'm too grown for that. I think maybe when I was 23, I could have entertained such a thing, but I'm too grown for that. Grow up.
I said early 20s when I got a lot to lose. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah. I said a lot to lose for everything to gain.
He said can't be scrapping your girl. What do you mean anger issues?
Nah, man.
What do you mean?
You don't know about that? Like she'd be batting you up in a barbecue. Family everywhere. What?
Nah, man. You know what I'm saying? What? She's part of the So Solid crew. You're mad, blood. No way.
Scaling the gates, trying to meet Mega Man.
You can't dash cutlery at me. Look.
Oh God.
Wednesday night. Well, sorry, Wednesday night. I was gonna say Wednesday night. It's not Wednesday night. It's Wednesday night in Australia, but in the UK, it's Wednesday, 11 o'clock. England in the semi-finals. The Lionesses against the female Socceroos. What are we saying, guys? What are we saying?
Either way, I'm eating, bruv. You know what I'm saying? We got Caitlin Ford at Australia. We got Beth Mead. And we got Russo at the England. I'm eating either way.
Russo's not even kicked a ball for Arsenal. I was just begging it. Yeah?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Second of all, who's winning the game?
I don't know. England.
I think England.
No, I think Australia actually will win. It's in Australia. I think Australia.
Guys.
Australia have been mid this tournament. Let's be real. But
they have been. But Sam Kerr, Caitlin Ford. There you go.
Sam Kerr's back at it again.
Who's on the other side?
No one cares because they're all the big guns are out. So it's really England. England Australia is like the favorite now. I think the Netherlands are still in it. I think Netherlands are still in it.
Guys, I've already seen the future. England win this game marginally. Yeah, I'm talking 1-0, scrappy late.
Sweden's
They get onto the final, they struggle. Then Sarah Wigman has a decision to make. She has to go back to the tried and trusted method. She has to bring Lauren James off the bench, back from suspension, and Lauren James wins England Women's the World Cup. I'm telling you now.
Well, let's get to the final first.
Written
Let's
in
get to the final first.
stars.
Listen, Hertig for Sweden and Black Stenius. Yeah, you put one in there for Sweden. Listen, I'm eating. As long as there's Arsenal players in there, I'm eating. Anyway, guys, that's enough for the top 4 podcast this week. We've got
guys, before we look on a final point, I promise you. I'm watching BBC News now, yeah? I've seen a graphic of the record Premier League fees in history. I saw some geezer for like the 1950s. Then I've seen Alan Shearer 3.5 million. Then I've seen Jack Grealish 100 million. Brother, why is this Caicedo cost 150 million quid?
Hey, Peter, do you want to know another fact? Do you want to know another fact, Peter? Man United are no longer in the top 5 sales in the Premier League history.
What's the 5?
Oh, wow, who's the 5 then?
I think it's
no Pogba. Pogba doesn't sneak in there.
No, he's no longer there. He's number 7.
Grealish, Enzo, Rice, Caicedo. Who's that?
Yeah, it's no longer the top 5.
million like it's 30. What?
Honestly.
Let me find out now.
Come to the table, man. Them.
I tried.
Come to the table. Pull up.
Card got declined.
Maybe Chelsea's Lukaku one probably.
Yeah, Lukaku, that's it.
Lukaku was same as Pogba, no? Like around the 90 thing.
Yeah, but Pogba was 89. Look at this guy. Like, anyway.
No. It's Lukaku. It's Caicedo's top, then Enzo Fernandez, then Declan Rice, Jack Grealish, Romelu Lukaku.
Oh, what, we got 3 of the 5, yeah?
Million. Yeah, you got 3 of the 5. Imagine that.
300 million.
United has not spent more than 100 million on any player. The highest was Pogba, 89 million. That was the highest we've ever spent.
How much was Anthony?
It was 80. Yeah. We've never spent more.
Farcical behavior, guys.
We were the ones that ruined the transfer window, apparently.
United ruin it every year. Don't tell me. You spent 20 million on a kid that hasn't kicked it. He's 19 years old. Get out of here, man.
Bloody Adrian was reading the list of all the people who break it. United feature on there like 20 times.
And look at United spend.
Listen, we're in the top 5.
Look at your receipts.
Robin, do you know what you've done? Robin, you've bought a guy, right? You spent more money in millions than what he has career appearances and goals put together. And you want to talk about the market?
Yeah, it's not the top 5.
Get the hell out of here.
It's not the top 5.
All right.
How many goals did he score? 9 was it? Was it 9? How many goals did he score?
That wraps up, people.
Play football to January 23.
All right,
let him go.
People,
I love it. Adrian's had a bad day. Adrian.
Bad day.
It's not over yet. The transfer window still goes on for another 2 weeks, so we will still be talking football transfers for the next 2 weeks. Until then, though, people, Monday, 8 p.m., you'll find us on Twitter at Top 4 Podcast, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and SoundCloud. and of course YouTube. We're live here every single Monday. We'll see you next Monday, 8 p.m. UK time. Peace.